Welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus. This is Will, but you may know me as Glyph Kazadi. This Dungeons & Dragons podcast may contain fantasy violence, language, and adult themes. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. As it were, now, as we move forward, if you could please not provide food or drink to Pothole, no matter what he writes on the glass. Thank you.
I would not pay a single dollar for Will's OnlyFans. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you will ever hear. I, of course, am your DM, Calvin Piper, and this genius of geniuses plays the game with me. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Hey, what's up? I'm Preston, and I would pay $100 for Will's OnlyFans. And I play Lucius Kane.
Puppy pigs.
And puppy pigs. I play Lucius Kane, Asmar Warlock.
Okay, my name's Drew. I play D&D here.
Yep.
As Zeph. And I'm speaking haltingly because I just got a photo of Will saying that his OnlyFans includes puppy pics while on a Zoom call with us, holding said puppy and wearing some short shorts. So
Yep.
I feel really good about myself right now.
Yeah, that's a great...
These are average shorts.
Not when you got a butt that juicy.
Look,
Come on.
ass, the bigger tits.
That's a 5-inch inseam, and those are for sluts only.
You're running real close to being kicked out of high school.
Hey, Will, can you stand up and turn around to the camera? Oh my god, see how it goes up in the back because his butt's so big?
I love objectifying our friends.
Yeah.
It really brings us together.
I'm Maddie B, and I play Thulgrin, the dwarven paladin.
Thank you, Matt.
I'm Michelle. I play Kenneth Quinn. I have nothing more to add to this conversation.
Thank you.
She just got thrown off because Will's video feed died.
Yeah.
What's he doing now?
We don't want to know.
Oh, it's blurred?
Yeah. What's that shape? Is that a...
Hey guys, I'm Will, and I play Cliff, the lizard folk artificer, but sometimes through a screen because I have a puppy and I'm babysitting.
Yeah, Will is virtual tonight because he decided that his 9-week-old puppy was more important than our adventures in D&D.
And truthfully,
So,
he's
I
right.
agree.
Take that for what you will. Whether you agree or disagree, let us know in the comments. I'm kidding. We don't
No.
I mean,
yeah, if
Come on.
someone wants to comment,
Yeah.
let us know in the comments.
you did meet him this past Saturday.
I did meet
and
Hobbs. He's
said that
adorable.
He was
He's
your
my new best friend.
favorite best friend.
It's Calvin and Hobbs, man. What are you going to do about that? With that comic book image in our minds, let's go ahead and begin tonight's episode 37 of the Godscar Chronicles.
Come here, boy.
Thank you.
It's in an AirPod, you can't hear anything.
So, the last time we were here, United Indifference had escaped the horrors of the underground near Emeraldi's lab, had ventured out into the ever-growing forest of Crocodile, trying to find their way back across the border to follow up on leads, pursue other ideas or adventures. Who's to say? Before they got across the border, after traveling for a while, they stumbled across an anomaly in the land of Crocodile, a fort of some kind that was out in the middle of the forest, full of dwarves to the immediate sight of everybody. They decided to investigate it. After a little bit of a democracy exchange of votes and what have you, it was investigated by Thulgrin and Zeph disguised as a dog, thanks to his newfound abilities. The pair went in, learned that this was a fort called Fort Henevar, which was run by a group of dwarves, one by the name of Captain and one by the name of...
Tennille.
do what?
Nothing. Captain and Tennille?
Yes, the captain and Tennille. Oh my gosh, I could have named the other one Tennille. That would have been hilarious.
There's time. You are the god of this realm.
That is true. I could just retcon everything I said before. But run by one individual named Captain, and another individual who was not there. But Captain did show up, and after inviting Thulgrin, his dog, after trying to get drunk, and the rest of the party, and eventually, the group soon learned that these dwarves were accommodating to their non-dwarven lineages, and a night of good food, good drink, and a couple of fun games took place. It was towards the end of the night that things got a little interesting. First and foremost, the Leonin bloodhunter, Oromir, had a strange and dark vision that pulled upon their soul and forced them to leave in the middle of the night to seek their own story, unsure of what will happen when they will return. The other side of the coin is that Thulgrin, as he was enjoying food with some of the dwarves there, began to hear a story being told by the captain, who is now thoroughly drunk and enjoying swapping stories with some of his cronies, begins to regale them with a story that struck a familiar chord with Thulgrin. And it went a little something like this, to reiterate. As Thulgrin begins to hear this conversation pick up the laughter and the agreeable cheers from the group as Captain continues to speak.
And so there I was. The bastard of a dwarf named Grabblefist is what they called him. Telling me I was to answer for the slander I spoke in confidence to a close friend at me favourite pub. I was simply responding to a manner fitting the situation. I mean, what would you do if you thought the king was nothing more than a dunce?
And there's like cheers and like laughs and, mugs raised.
He challenged me to defend myself, so I did. I challenged him to the Norok, the Battle of Honor,
And you hear like honor. It's like some sarcastic shouts of affirmation as the captain continues.
Of course, once the fight started, I knew I was in over my head. For Grabblefist was a hell of a fighter, with a swing strong enough to break stone.
A couple people just like nod as they get quiet listening to his story.
So I did what anyone would do in my situation.
As he takes a big swig of his ale.
I waited for the right moment, one where he had me by my scarf and it pulled me in close. And I blew dirt right into his eyes. Now, mind you, a stuck-up dwarf would have told you that's not how the Norok is supposed to go.
And there's a couple people who grumble and nod.
He goes, no, sir, it's supposed to be a fair fight, but I've certainly never busied myself with things like honor or the like. Those can stay up there with the stoneheads if you ask me in the mountains. You should have seen the look on his face when I did beat him. Last I ever heard, he never lived the shame of it down. No, sir, he never lived being beaten by a no-name. By Dempsey.
And everyone is, and they cheer, and they clink their mugs, and they, to Captain, all that stuff. As the familiarity of that story strikes a chord with Thulgrin, knowing that, indeed, his father, known as Thulgrin, Grabblefist, had a duel with a dwarf many, many, many years ago, and had lost, bringing a monicum of shame upon his name being a named dwarf, or one who is honored with a name. You've always hoped that one day you would be able to not avenge your father, but bring a monicum of balance back to his station, being that obviously the person who did this didn't fight in the Norok in the way of honor. And as all of this is kind of cascading at once, you're faced with an interesting decision. Meanwhile, the rest of the party is enjoying the food, the games, the drinks, and having a generally good time. Earning a little bit of coin, throwing some stuff around, playing some card games. As the night wears on and the stories get more grander and more boisterous, Thulgrin, you are still in the midst of the group of dwarves and other individuals, drinking and thinking. And as the night grows steadily darker and people are beginning to finish and get ready to bed down for the evening, as the energy of the party feels like it's beginning to wind down. Is there anything you do in this moment?
Thulgrin's gonna walk over to the table that Dimsy's sitting at.
Okay. You walk over, you can see the one they call Captain is sitting there, still drinking, seems to have drunk a few people out of their stools. There are a couple people on the ground, sprawled out, knocked out. And he's listening to one dwarf tell the story or sing this little like shanty kind of a thing, all kind of nodding and tapping their mugs as he sings. But as you get closer, you can see the captain kind of turns and catches your eye and raises a mug to you, and in a good-natured toast as you approach. What do you want to do?
I'll raise a beer to him. Now let's say, to Dimsy, what did you say your surname was? Dimsy what? Surely a dwarf such as yourself has a surname at this point, right? After beating a great Thulgrin gravel fist. What did you say your surname was again?
Bitch.
Damn. Remind me not to make you mad.
Don't make Matt mad.
Okay, thank you.
As that happens, you can hear kind of the conversation immediately kind of lulls at that point. As the captain kind of rocks back on his stool and kind of turns to look at you, taking a sip of his ale, setting it down, the ale spilling down his large gray beard.
Never was given a Kinzur. Didn't see the point of it. Mostly for the dwarves who live in the past. Believe that your name means something. I say, life is what you make of it, not a name bestowed upon you by some ancient traditions.
Those words make sense from a man who's got no honor.
And what would you know about honor?
I'm Thulgrin, the great grandson of Thulgrin Gravelfist. I know all about honor, and I challenge you to a Norok right now.
Make a intimidation check with advantage for me, if you would be so kind.
It's gonna be a 22.
Okay.
Ooh.
As you stand there, ready to do whatever, the captain kind of leans back, kind of stares at you for a moment.
All right, Thulgrin. You want to fight? I'll give you one. I've beat a Kinzur. I can for sure as hell beat a nameless dwarf like yourself.
As he kind of stumbles up and kind of like stands for a second, puts his hand out to steady himself and sets his mug down, begins to crack his neck.
We'll say who's nameless at the end of this.
Again.
Ready a circle.
Notice at that point you see about 6 or 7 dwarves immediately begin to stand up and move in a direction, begin to assemble themselves out, pushing chairs and tables. It's at this point that the rest of you are now keenly aware of the commotion, because obviously the jovialness of the evening has been cut short, and now there's like a commotion of people moving around. You see a table being like scooted away, other tables being dragged across the lawn of this courtyard area, as they don't make as much of a circle, but an octagon out of the tables. And begin to
Kenneth
build.
will ask what's going on.
Can Lucius stand on one of the tables just because?
Sure.
Okay.
Their dwarves are pretty hardy. If you want to, you can see Thulgrin is standing near one side of this circle. Kind of looks like he's like.
I'll just ask
standing
somebody
off.
moving tables. What's happening here?
One of the dwarves looks over at you. It's a Norok. It's a fight of honor against Captain and whoever this dwarf is. I'm not sure. I didn't get his name yet, but it's a pretty big deal. If you see me, I need that stool. And he grabs the stool from next to you and just kind of like runs off with
Beats
it.
his ass.
But yeah,
Turns you to.
Is that a one-on-one kind of thing, or?
he's already gone. You don't know.
Hey, so Lucius is like on top of the thing with his dwarven friends moving
Yeah.
over. It's like, whoa, yo, is this like what is this? And they explain that to Uruk.
They basically explain it's called a Norok, which is
Okay.
it is so. Give me just a second. An Norok, Norok.
Norok.
Okay. Yep.
Right.
Basically, it is a duel between. They explain that dwarves are they when they disagree or they don't want to. They have differences in opinions very, very strongly.
Yeah.
Obviously, they settle it in the way that dwarves know how to settle it.
And I assume I keep on hearing talk about like names or something.
So the other thing that's talked about is a phrase you've heard, which is called kinzur, which is dwarf for. It's called a named dwarf.
Uh-huh.
So and you can ask. Levy is actually nearby, the guard who's been interacting with you guys all
Love
night.
that guy.
Levy kind of explains like. Right, so basically all dwarves used to have like surnames like when we first were separated, but then when we all came together many years ago, we lost the surname, so there's no longer like from clan so and so for clan so and so. Now all dwarves just have like their first name,
Isn't that
and
good?
then no, it's pretty straightforward. Like
Yeah.
I mean, every family is part of the same clan is basically what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
So you don't get a surname at birth. It's given to you basically if you do something really, really good. And he kind of like leans down. He's like, so. From what I'm understanding, the captain, or whatever his name was, defeated someone named Thulgrin Gravelfist, which was a name he received based on something great that he did.
So this is what it means by kicking ass and taking names. It's
That's
all
actually
that-
exactly where the dwarves invented
so wait, it was
that.
a dwarven
The
saying all this
dwarves
time?
invented that. Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
my
Yeah, that's the
gosh.
thing. But once it happens, you become what we call a kinzor or a named dwarf. And once you get the name, you'll grant it like the king grants you with like favors and titles and like
Sheep.
rewards. We don't raise sheep. It's goats mostly, mountain goats. Yeah.
in Middle Dawn we have sheep.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I've never been to Udall. Is it quite? Anyhow, but yeah, it's kind of a big deal, especially if you're a named dwarf to have a name.
Hey! Lucius like yells out into like the octagon. Thulgrin! Take his name or something!
If anybody wants to go over to talk to Thulgrin, you're more than welcome to. He's not like penned in or anything.
He's not penned in?
No. So they're setting up the octagon.
Notice.
Essentially, they're setting up the octagon away from both of them.
Yeah.
So allowing them a space to like enter if they want to. So if you guys want to approach Thulgrin and talk to him, you're more than welcome to.
I rolled a natural 1 for Zeph to notice that anything is happening that's weird because he's been wandering around talking to every animal he could find.
Sure.
Just like figuring them out. What do you like, Mouse?
Roaches.
Yeah.
Lucius.
Just because I want to.
sorry.
They're insects.
I would say go ahead and roll that with
They're not
advantage.
vegetables.
You roll with advantage.
Go ahead and roll that with advantage for me.
Good, it was a natural 1.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
15.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, so you will know. The reason why is because Tabidi is nearby you and will more than inevitably say like, "Hey, what's that?" and then point you in the
Hey,
direction.
Zeph, what's that mean?
Yeah, and then so you can definitely see what's going on there. So if anyone else wants to approach Thulgrin and talk to him, you're welcome to.
So I'm
Yes, Lucius.
Lucius like takes the tapestry off of the coffin. Remember that really cute tapestry?
Yes,
with all
I do
that,
remember
like,
that tapestry.
Lucius takes it off, puts it over his shoulder like a coach, and then in the corner he takes out a bottle, his last potion of healing.
Yeah,
and he's like, "All right, man. There's rounds to this, right? I don't know how this works. Listen, I'm in your corner, man. Okay?
There's no rounds, but I appreciate it.
Oh, wait, there's no rounds?
It's just until the end.
Here, take this. I give him my last healing potion.
Okay, it's so nice of you.
Good luck, man.
Okay.
Thank you, Lord.
Take his name. And take his butt. Or
Here-
something.
Are we getting
Here's
married?
the thing, lads. I need you to understand. There can't be any interference in this. It's just got to be me and him.
Okay.
Unless his lads decide to jump in. And then you're more than welcome to. But up until that point...
Question. Are we allowed to buff Matt before he goes into this?
Maybe.
If you can do it subtly, sure.
Okay.
And if Thulgrin accepts it.
I'm not...
You said what now? I mean, I'm nothing if not subtle, so I'm just going to pat him on the shoulder and give him the old dwarven salute, which, you know, is kind of like pretending to do a mugs up root beer. And I'm just going to cast a little bit of heroism, and that's just going to give him like 4 more hit points.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me.
What is heroism exactly?
Gives you 4 additional hit points.
I know that, but what...
15, Calvin.
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception?
Yeah.
It is 10.
10. So yeah, he basically just slaps you on the shoulder. You don't feel any... You feel... obviously the adrenaline is starting to pump. So you don't notice any obvious... Yeah. No. So he got that by you.
I was going to say, if it was like some sort of like pep talk, then I would take it. But if it was anything else other than that, I wouldn't.
William.
Yes.
I would like to have the option of doing stuff, maybe, but I need the 6-digit code that's sitting in your email.
Gets you have to log in. Wait,
So, I was in your account last week.
Yeah, Zeph's in my account, isn't he?
216
The wrong one.
928.
2169. No, try. Okay, see if there's another one.
I thought we put a Zeph in my account for this reason.
The latest one. 273615.
There are 2. Thank you, Will. There are 2 Zephs. But one's a level 20 and the other is dead.
Right. You could just change the level 21 if you wanted.
Oh, I guess I could revert it back.
Just revert it back to level...
Oh, well, good to know.
Yeah. Either way, you'll figure it out. I'm sure you will.
Well,
Do you want us to wait till you get all set up, or do you?
Let me just see what I prepped spell-wise.
in the meantime,
Nope.
hey, Thulgrin, maybe you could like holler at us if you know interference is happening or if he's doing something dirty. Just say like, I don't know, whatever Vinny says, like or something.
Huh?
I don't know. Make up a word that we know you're in shit.
Other than Dimsey over here, most of the dwarves honor this, and we shouldn't have any problems. But you'll see them if they start to come after me and interfere.
Oh, Calvin, you were right. Sorry.
Was I? Yeah, that's something.
Yes, the real Zeph is in there.
It's all good. Okay.
But he's level 7. What level am I supposed to be?
6, I think.
No, you're level 4.
4?
with
Oh
Matt,
yeah, he's baby.
I say we're not even level 7.
No, you're level 4 with Matt, I believe. I think it was the last level. I
What
gave
was
him.
I doing there?
No idea, dude. Maybe you were just experimenting.
Dreaming? Yeah.
It's possible. Okay, so we are now in the moments right before your Norok is supposed to begin. Thulgrin, is there anything else you say to the group as they all begin to gather behind your side? Excuse me, your side of the circle. As you see, Captain, now known as Dempsey, begins to step over to his side, like flexing and pulling out what looks to be two weapons. Both of them appear to be like. Actually, no, he doesn't have weapons because this is a straight up like a duel.
Does he look like he's especially good at expectorating?
What?
My, what a guy.
Yes.
All I can think of is Gaston. That's literally
Yeah.
what I have wedged in my head.
So,
So,
we have a little bit of time before it starts, right?
It's beginning
Hi,
to gear up.
Kelsey.
It seems like everybody is like gathered around. People are beginning to gather around the sides of it. beginning to clamor and like talk in urgent tones, and the din is beginning to rise. But yeah, before it begins, you can do something.
You see Lucius after turning getting this coach persona on. His you see a wisp come from the coffin and enter through the side of his ear, and he does that thing that he brought up very early, where the color of his hair changes to red. He's like, "All right, listen, you got this, kid. All right." All right, and I cast guidance on him. Just
okay.
Lucius is dead. Call me Coach.
You hear Lord Feareyes go,
What are you doing? I like it.
It's improv, baby.
Hey, if Zeph casts guidance on him too, does he get to reroll twice and take the best of 3?
He gets 2d4s.
Oh, 2d4s.
He gets
Oh,
2d4s.
yeah. Zeph,
Ability checks.
Zeph is totally gonna go over and feeling this like new bond after pretending to be his dog.
Yeah.
He's just gonna kind of like go up and stand next to him.
Yeah.
And just kind of like lean his weight onto him.
I just stopped eating these.
You are also twice his height, so this is hilarious.
It's like if an Anatolian shepherd were to
Hey, knock him dead. Well, don't. That's not allowed in my understanding of dwarven.
It's not that. You got it. You got that right.
All right. Yeah, don't knock him dead.
All right.
Yeah, kick ass and take his name.
Guidance. You are guided twice.
All right. Stepping, the tables are pulled apart, allowing you to step into this now freshly tramped area of grass, creating this large circle of a place as Dempsey steps to the other side and begins and stands ready to go, just kind of casually staring at you, not really saying much or doing much.
All right.
This motherfucker.
So what are your terms? Weapons? Are we gonna do this with our fists?
Weapons, as he pulls out, now he pulls them out, 2 what looks to be axes, but there are, the other sides are blunted into hammers, as he kind of holds them both at his sides and goes,
First to yield.
Alright, lad. So he drops his hammer on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And do we need to roll to see who goes first?
Yeah, you're going to have to roll initiative, bro.
Alright.
Initiative
You're
counts as an
fighting
ability
him
check.
unarmed?
It does.
You can use you can add a d4 to your initiative if you want to. If you roll bad. Oh my gosh.
Did you roll bad?
Yes.
Okay.
We're not even gonna waste the
Just hang on to it,
yeah,
smart.
we're gonna hang on to it.
Smart.
All right.
I rolled a 2.
A 2?
It's funny because your character rolled a 1, right?
Oh no. Oh no, he did not.
Oh, I'm a divination wizard. Dude.
all right.
Pick his hammer back up.
3.
Okay, so, top of the round, it is going to be Dempsey's turn. Dempsey hoists both of his warhammers up and just kind of like flexing for a moment. He just kind of walks forward, just kind of at a casual pace, covering a little bit of the distance before getting, I would say, probably 10 feet away from you. He can't cover the whole distance, obviously, because he doesn't have the movement speed to get across the entire circle, but hefts one of his warhammers up, and with a flick of his wrist and surprising speed for an older dwarf, throws it right at you. He's going to go ahead and throw that at you for a...
Was it?
That's a 19 plus... That's going to be...
19 plus?
That's going to be a 26 to hit.
Hit it.
Okay. So you're going to take...
Don't say it. 2 damage.
You're going to hit 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, this is going to be a quick fight. Either you're gonna kick his ass or he's going to kick your ass.
Alright, as he throws that first one and it catches you square in the chest, causing you to have to take a back step, almost running into the back of the table where the dwarves are now holding the tables in place to keep them in a circle. And you hear the chants and the hoots and hollers as the cronies of Dempsey shout their approval as he starts spinning the other one in his hand. He goes,
Come on, boy.
as he prepares himself. He's going to use his. He seems to be preparing for something, but you can't tell what. But that's the end of his turn. It's your turn.
Alright. Well, first of all, a dwarf with a hammer knows never to give up his hammer, so I'm gonna bend down and grab his hammer off the
Okay.
ground.
Yeah.
And then, so it was not really ever discussed. We're using spells?
Are you using spells?
It's up to you, man.
Then you go for him, my guy. If you have the
Alright.
capacity.
Alright.
It's all you.
Well, then I'm gonna cast Misty Step and I'm gonna show up right behind him.
Oh shit! Nothing personnel.
And then I'm gonna take both of my hammers. I'll use one action, but essentially it'll be the same
Just simultaneous.
And I'm gonna slam it basically with his head in between the hammers.
I am going to say you need to roll that at advantage because he was not expecting
Hell yeah.
that tactic.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Jackson.
Oh yeah, Daxon. That was a journey.
It was Alright.
First attack,
Was 9.
9. That's not
9 plus
it.
what?
Sorry.
Supposed to hit.
My bad.
It's an action.
Did he roll with advantage?
Yes.
That was his first roll with advantage. Yes.
So that would be.
Plus.
Oh, that is
Plus
going to
8.
actually be
17.
17.
17 does not hit.
Oh,
You got both of your
You have
guidance
2
in there?
guidances to use if you want to
Yes.
I'll
use
go
them.
ahead and use it.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a
Sorry.
d4.
Metagaming.
Start with 1. Start with 1, see where that gets you.
2. So that will make it 19.
KP.
dude, this guy has so
Oh
much
my
AC.
God. I knew this was going to.
Use the other guidance. Stack
Alright,
it.
I'll use the other guy.
I don't know.
Okay.
Send it.
That's going to be.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Oh, yeah, that'll definitely.
What?
Yeah!
Plus 4, 23.
23.
Dude, that was worth
23
it.
is going to hit.
You hear in your ear. Get him! Get that son bitch!
What
Now
are you
roll
saying?
Second attack at advantage as well.
No, he's aiming at his head, right?
That's a 17. That doesn't
With 2,
Yeah, he's like simultaneous.
Zeph is definitely just kind of wide-eyed
Pause.
with concern. He did say, don't knock him dead.
22. Right?
Yeah, 22.
22 also
Wait,
hits.
hey, you can also choose a Divine Smite, which I think you should do. I think you should try to burst them down. I'm just giving you advice. I think you should just smite that son of. I don't
And
know.
it's not metagaming, because this is Lucius.
Device is a bonus action.
I'm coach!
Or Divine Smite is-
Lucius is dead, I'm coach!
It's
Use your divine smite.
So,
Yeah.
what do you want to add Divine Smite, or what do you...
yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
Actually, I don't know. He used a
was-
bonus action in Misty Step.
Oh, that's
I
right.
did use the
But it's a
bonus
feature,
action
though.
Misty Step.
I think
Divine
it's a
Smite's a
bonus
feature.
action to Divine Smite. I believe.
Read features and traits. I want to see what type of thing it is.
Unless Divine Smite's just something you can do.
Yeah, you can just do it. It's not like a spell.
Yeah, Divine Spite. It just says
Divine Spite.
actions in combat. Yeah.
Oh, then yeah,
Smite.
then you can also pour Divine Smite into this. It is
That's
not
what paladins are.
spite.
Yes.
Oh, that would be a hilarious spell.
Divine Spite.
It's actually is spite.
It's just
flavored
like
here.
psychological warfare.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your 2 damages and add Divine Smite to one of those, please.
What level are you casting Divine Smite?
That's gonna be 2.
You're casting on level 2? Okay, that's 3d8, right?
Yes,
it's
it
base
is.
2d8.
Yeah, base 2 plus 1d8.
So he hits him and just goes,
You don't need to roll
nobody will
d20.
actually ever truly know or
Damage for the
love
Warhammer?
you. What?
That's almost like Vicious Mockery. Ooh, I should make a bard that has Divine Spite.
I like the idea of vicious
Yes.
mockery, but instead of doing comical insults, it's
Yeah.
just
It's just nothing but-
horrible, mean, terrible thing.
I bet your parents were glad when you left the house. Like,
Have you not played a bard yet? You need to play a bard, Drew.
I haven't.
You need to play a bard.
Yeah.
He would be a good bard.
You'd be an excellent bard.
I almost
All right.
played.
What's your damage there, Matt?
14 for the first one.
14 damage? Let's go.
Second attack?
Second attack is the one with Divine Smite, right?
That's whatever one he put it on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it on the second one. So that's That's 11 plus the divine smite, which is
It's 3d8 radiant damage. You just need to roll. Plus 9. Plus 14.
14.
On top of what you roll now.
Of 6, 20.
That's 9.
Or, yeah. So, 14 plus 9. I'm mathing here. So,
23.
23.
Do you have your strength mod yet?
That's
You
all
don't
your
have
damage.
Mod.
Oh, yeah,
So
and
it's plus 5
yeah, plus 5, so that's
28.
28.
Sorry, I'm trying
For the second one. Yep. No, you're good. 28.
You just did.
Paladins.
Hold on. 30.
First attack I did 14. Second attack I did 28.
It'd be 42.
42 points of damage in one hit.
Paladins.
Let's go, dude.
Two hits. Two hits.
You need it.
Two hit. One act.
Yeah.
One action. One
One
turn.
action, 2 hits.
42 points of. Jeez. So as you swing your axes, you hear a resounding crunch as they're not swung in a perfect timing. So one hits first. And crunches against the side of Dempsey's head, while the other one comes in following that momentum and hits the other side. Surprisingly, though, they both bounce off his head, and you actually kind of feel a vibration going up your arms as you just hit the head of a dwarf. And dwarves aren't known to be rather thick, skulled creatures in more ways than one. But they bounce off his head with a resounding, like a hollow, like as you hit. Sending you kind of stepping back as he kind of spins around, now realizing what's happening. Blood is pouring from his ears as that is happening, and he kind of spits, and you can see one tooth gets shot out as he spits onto the ground, kind of a glob of like blood as he now sees you standing behind him. Is there anything else you do in this moment?
That'll be it.
Okay. All right, end of your turn is now his turn. He is going to go ahead and give me just a second. Okay, he's going to go ahead and just kind of looking you up and down, kind of growls and just flies into a rage. And he's going to go ahead and unleash reckless attacks on you now.
Ooh.
So the first one is going to be it's going to be a 23 to hit. Okay. Second one is
It's been long enough. We can bring that
only
back.
17.
Does not.
Okay. So the first one does connect as he does only 8 points on that one. He swings the first one, catching you right in the chest, knocking the wind out of you and sending you stumbling back a few as he hits you with his other hammer, kind of crunching into you. You hear the pop of a rib getting dislocated as he then swings with not the other hammer, because obviously you picked it up, but he swings with what looks to be this gauntlet that has these like spikes, these small little spikes protruding from the fingers as he swings and tries to connect with your now exposed face, but you're able to kind of sidestep and it glances off of your helm and kind of sends sparks. That is going to be the end of his turn. He's going to go ahead and use his bonus action to go ahead and interpose, which means he's going to basically get as close to you as he can, trying to basically like grapple you in combat to keep you from being able to hit him. So he is now imposing disadvantage on one attack in the next round.
Okay.
Basically because he's trying to get all up in your space, so you don't have that chance to like break to arm's length. So
Doesn't Reckless make him...
Reckless also makes him vulnerable to attack, so it would technically negate one of his It would equal out one of the attacks, and the other one will be an advantage. So his reckless attacks mean that you now get to hit him with advantage, but it'll only be on one of the attacks because he's imposing disadvantage on one of them.
Yeah, roll advantage on the second attack.
So a straight roll and then a advantage roll. So, but it is your turn. What do you like to do?
I'm gonna pay this pretty straightforward. Alright. I'm going to look at him and say, after that second one missed, too slow, lad. And I'm gonna cast Misty Step behind him again.
Oh my god.
He does it to him.
And I'm gonna wind up 2 again, right to his skull.
Oh my gosh. Okay, go
Would
ahead
that
and
mean
roll.
advantage?
First one, no.
So now
this time he's expecting it.
I'm just checking.
He's
Is he?
expecting it this time. You caught him by surprise the first time. He won't make that mistake again. That was a free one thrown to you.
Even though he just did reckless.
One of them is at advantage because he did do reckless attack. Another one is a straight roll because he's negating it with interpose, which is his a feature he has.
Is he still interposing if he...
He's still within the space. Well, technically,
I'm behind him.
you do appear behind him. I will say interpose still does work because he is actively trying to get at you. So in the space of you bonus action behind him, he is able to spin around fast enough to kind of get up in your face before you can make your swing. So one will be a straight roll and then one at advantage. So go ahead and do the straight roll for me.
That would be a... Not going to hit. It's going to be a 14.
I'm sorry, what?
14?
14 is not, no, 14 is 14 hits him but grazes off of his chest plate. He's like you, a thickly armored dwarf in this fight. And second attack is at advantage.
Can I use the advantage on the first one?
No, it's only on the second one. Because he interposed on the first one.
Okay.
Just roll again.
I've already rolled the first one.
Oh, you did?
I don't get it yet.
What is...
So that's going to be a 26.
26 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll the damage on that second one. Bless you.
Me.
Bless you. 10.
10 points of damage. Whew. It is at this point as you miss the first one glances off the second one. Where do you hit him on the second one?
You can smite him again if you wanted. It would be funny if you did.
We'll hold off when I get him.
That's super smart.
Where do you hit him?
Where do you hit him on the second one? Out of curiosity.
Side of the head.
Side of the head again. So you swing again and you catch off his shoulder and across the side of his head. Again, bouncing off his head, but this time blood begins to flow from that cut as it catches him just above the ear. As he kind of spins away from you, kind of holding his axe in his fist up, kind of leveling his eyes at you. Again, spits more blood onto the ground as that ends your turn and is now his turn. He's going to go ahead and, looking in this moment, I'm going to go ahead and roll to see if he makes a decision, which he does. He's going to go ahead and, stand up and look at you and goes,
like I said, boy, never one to fight with on there anyway.
fuck him up, as he turns to the cronies behind him, who immediately jump into the soiree. They were waiting, holding all of their actions. So you get 6 individual attacks as all 6 of them dive into the arena and begin to Calvin on you. No, it's not your turn. You're not rolling initiative.
I know, but I'm ready.
So all 6 of them are going to unload their attacks on you. I will say that I'm just going to roll.
How close are they jumping to me?
They all dive in and they all begin to surround you.
So then do I get any sort of... I mean, they're jumping in there. Do I get any sort of... I guess they're not moving out of...
No, they're not. They're all moving in.
Okay.
But I will say... no, I will say all 6 are going to be able to get into a reach of some kind with the weapons. So I'm not going to do flanking right now. I'm going to do just straight attacks. And we're going to go off of that and see what transpires in that. Excuse me. No, there's only. Hold on. No, there's only 4 dwarves. My bad. I miscounted how many I had set for this attack. So 4 dwarves are surrounding you. So now I'm going to do that advantage because there's only 4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, 6 was too much. All right, so 4 dwarves are going to make their attacks at you. Obviously, some of them they're all flanking you as they have now completely surrounded you, allowing Dempsey to back up at this point. So he's going to back up. So if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you can.
So whenever it gets transferred.
But they're going to go and take the test. So first attack is going to be a... Oh, that's not great. +6. It's only a 15 to hit.
Nah.
Okay, second attack is going to be a... Oh my gosh, only an 8. Dear Lord.
Guys, we're living
Second attack does not hit. Third attack. That one's definitely going to hit. Yeah, that's going to be a 22 to hit. Fourth and final attack is going to be a 20. Just a straight 20? Mm-hmm. 20 hits? Okay. So 2 attacks do connect. And they are going to go ahead and do their damage. I'm going to say 2 attacks hit, so I'm going to do 1 at two-handed and 1 at one-handed, based on the weapons that they have. So the first attack is going to do 6 points of bludgeoning damage. The second attack is going to do full damage. It's going to do 14 points of bludgeoning damage. As they immediately begin to surround you. You can hear, as this happens, the rest of the crowd immediately begins to shout dismays and shock. The fight has now gone from a single combat to...
You're winning.
Now they're basically... You're getting ganged up on.
Yeah.
As Dempsey's going to take the rest of his movement to back away from you, because you were in combat with him. So if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you're more than welcome to.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 1 attack.
It's not gonna hit, but it's 10.
10. You swing your hammer out to try to connect with him as he's spinning away, but your hammer gets connected with one of the other axes of one of the dwarves as he kind of hits your hammer and sends it away. Okay, so that's gonna end his turn. Thulgrin, it's your turn. What would you like to do with your turn?
First and foremost, I would like to take my potion.
Okay.
Healing potion.
Sure. As a bonus action, you can take the healing potion. Yep.
Yeah.
It's 2d4 plus 2.
Drink that down. So 2d4 plus 2. Yep.
Wow.
4? I'm telling you, my rolls are killing right now.
Yep.
4.
4 points. All right. 4 points healing.
Every
There
bit
you
counts.
go. There you go.
Every bit counts.
It does. It does. Alright, and then I would actually like to at this point I'm gonna lads, now would be a great time.
Are you?
And I'm gonna essentially wait for them to kinda...
So you're shouting to your cohorts?
Yes.
Okay. So that is going to be your action to do so. However, that means the rest of the party can now roll initiative. And I will say that this is now a new combat because now the rules have changed. So you will go ahead and roll a new initiative as well. So everyone's going to roll their initiatives, including... Not you, him.
Nice, Cliff.
Everyone's going to roll initiatives, including the dwarves and Dempsey. It's all going to be. It's a whole new battlefield here.
Everyone's
all right.
What?
Do you? Hang on. Give me just a second. I'm gonna edit this. Do you guys want to add TBD into this soiree, or do you guys think you got this?
I think we got this.
I don't
Yeah, we'll leave
yeah.
the child out of it.
Yeah.
Just this once.
I think I told when TBD was like, "Hey Zap, what's going on?" I mean, "Hey Zap, what's going on over there?" And Zap was like, "Oh, I don't know. Let me go check it out. Stay here."
Okay. All right. So he's now kind of watching from the sidelines, and I will go ahead and get initiatives from everybody, starting with 25 to 20.
23.
Yeah.
Glyph.
23 for Glyph Coldfront Kazidi. 20 to 15.
15.
15 for Zeph.
Dragon Boy's in the house.
15 to 10.
11.
11 for Kenneth. Lucius.
4.
4. Thulgrin, please tell me you did better than that.
3.
3. Oh,
Lucius, I'm desperate for a D20 that will roll anything over a 5.
roll in the other bin, dude. Roll on the other big. Don't roll on it.
This one's a good one. I like this tray.
It's literally got dwarven runes on it. It's destined to be better for you.
True.
We're already doing better.
There you go. Well, don't waste them. All right. Do quick rolls for them.
There's so much Slayer, and I know.
Good.
You're retiring it.
All right.
I am retiring that bad juju.
So, top of the round is going to be Glyph. Is the first one up. What are you doing, sir?
Okay, so all the doors have just jumped down and are now ambushing Thulgrin?
Correct.
Alright, first thing I'll do is I will tell Pothole to go towards Zeph, because he's still, a little squish. And I'm gonna... Is there one within 30 feet of me I can run to?
Absolutely there is, sir.
Right, I'm just gonna hit one in the face with the butt of my pistol.
Okay. Before I begin, I have to ask, because there's a potential that some of you guys could one-shot these characters. Are you going for a kill?
At the moment, just to incapacitate.
So a non-lethal attack is what we're...
Remember, lads.
Yeah, but if I notice one of them doing something lethal, I will respond to you.
You will respond lethally? Fair enough. But you are going with a non-lethal. You're still using... So I will say, you can use everything at your disposal. As long as you specify it's not lethal, I will flavor it in a way that makes it to where they don't automatically die. We're looking at you, TBD, and your ability to bend people in half with air at certain points of your life. So, Zeph's going with a non-lethal, but he's still using his weapons as one would. All right, Glyph, go ahead and make your attacks.
Yes, so I'm going to do 2 scimitar slaps.
Ooh, pulling a sword out. All right.
Scimitar slap.
Dealing a total of 12 damage.
You have to roll to hit.
Yeah, it's on screen, dude.
Is it? Oh my gosh, it is.
And second.
So you rolled a 14 for the first dwarf.
Natural 20 on the first one, 14 on the second one.
So the 14 does not hit, the nat 20 will definitely hit.
Okay, let's have to do a little bit of damage. That was 12. I just butted him in the forehead.
Yeah, you just come over and just slash across, spinning him around and then headbutting him as he's sent spinning, definitely crunching his nose in. He's going to have to worry about that later. But okay, good shots, Glyph. Well done there. Okay. So, end of Glyph's turn. Is there anything else you do, Glyph?
Just putting Pothole near Zeph. That is
Sure. Absolutely, sir. Okay, so next up in the lineup is going to be Dempsey. So Dempsey is going to take a step back, and seeing that there is a lot going on here, he's going to go ahead and use his action to do call to attack. So he's going to shout at three of them. He's like, "Don't stand around! Finish them!" As he calls to 3 of his allies, and they all get to use their reactions to make a weapon attack. So 3 attacks are going to go out. We're going to say
Dempsey, your mom's a hoe.
Glyph is currently in the air, up in the 4-way, so you're going to take some attacks. Thulgrin, you are also going to take... you're going to take 2 attacks, Thulgrin. And Zeph is going to take 1 because he's currently in combat with a character. So, first one... Glyph, thank you. First one is to Glyph. That is a... Sorry, just got to pull up all my stats here as I figure out who's hitting what. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay. So you're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie. I feel that.
Second 2 attacks, second and third attack, are going to go to Thulgrin. First one is going to be a 15.
Nope.
Okay. Second attack is going to be a 10.
Nope.
So yeah, you're getting hit, but nothing is penetrating your armor. You are definitely a very stalwart dwarf. But that's going to end. Dempsey's turn. He's going to go ahead and use his bonus action to kind of impose himself again. So basically, costs disadvantage to one attack. Interpose is what it's called. All right, end of his turn. It is now 2 of the dwarf fighters' turns. So 2 of them are going to go. So they're going to do what we did before. Both of them are going to make their attacks. 2 on Zeph one each. 1 on Zeph and 1 on Thulgrin.
Do you mean Zeph or do you mean Glyph?
I keep saying Zeph. I don't know why.
Vastly different ACs.
Vastly different. Yeah, vastly different. No, Zeph, you're not in the fight yet, so it is not. So it's Glyph. Apologies. And apologies to the listener for getting that all confused. Glyph and Thulgrin are the 2 that are being attacked because they are currently the ones in the ring. So first attack on Glyph is going to be a 15.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
Second attack on Thulgrin is going to be another 4, so 10 total. Nope. Okay, cool. So not doing great on their parts, but that's all they can do as they have both used their turns to hit you guys. Zeph, it is now your turn. And
Oh, wait.
It's
Get out of here.
You're hilarious, and I deserve
That's
that.
funny.
I deserve that joke.
All right. So I got Thulgrin and Glyph are currently in combat.
Correct.
Okay. I think when he sees Glyph rush out there, like he kind of forgets that he's weaker than he has previously been. He's less powerful than he has previously been, and he doesn't know how to use this new body of his.
Sure.
But he had a sense that when he was in dog form, that in mastiff form, that he was less vulnerable.
Sure.
And so he's just gonna all right, there's no time like the present, and jump off of the table, run up onto the table and leap off. And as he's flying through the air, you see his mastiff form, this white pearlescent mastiff, start to come into shape. But right before it just keeps getting bigger, and its snout elongates and its hair becomes a little fluffier, and there, flying through the air, is a pearlescent, white-eyed dire wolf flying at whoever Glyph is in combat with.
Okay.
What you described reminds me a lot of Twilight.
Oh my gosh.
There's literally a scene. There's literally a scene.
Where he jumps in the air and more. Yeah.
It was kind of sick. I will give it that.
Yeah.
I mean, CGI could have been a lot better, but we're not here.
Yeah, those wolves, I wasn't buying that.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Also, there's a fundamental problem with the anyways.
Yeah.
He's knee deep in Twilight lore, you guys.
My friends are, and I hate my friends.
Hey, when a wolf imprints on a baby, that's a messed up. That's messed up.
On an egg. On an egg in the womb, but if periods exist, then that egg would be long gone.
There's so much wrong with this. Anyway, moving on. Zeph in direwolf form, what are you doing, man?
So that is movement and bonus action.
Correct.
And for action, we will direwolf. Let's see what can direwolf. Where are you there? Okay. Direwolf will.
Do I go for the big attack or do I go for small attacks?
I would bite.
Yeah.
Tell me.
The shoulder of this dwarf. I don't know, how big is a direwolf? Because if this is bite dwarf's head and try to shake him around, that's definitely what he would do.
Oh, a direwolf is definitely bigger than a dwarf is.
Okay.
I will ask, because you are now the next person to fall into combat. Are you making lethal attacks?
Yeah, but it feels
or are
lethal
these?
Oh no, I think so far the don't killing's not allowed in this game. Is still gonna.
So basically, it's the friends trying to keep their friend alive, by interposing type vibes.
Yeah, just get rid of the interference.
I think we're in.
What do you feel?
Oh, it's their part of the fight.
Absolutely.
Now we tag everyone in. All right.
It's tag team. Cool.
Yeah.
I think
tornado tag. Okay, so. Sure. Yeah, so you go ahead and jump in there. Your attack's being non-lethal. I'll take that into account. So go ahead and roll your bite attack to attack this dwarf here.
Do we get advantage because it's in combat with...
yes, you are, actually, because Zeph is standing right there as well.
Okay, good.
Oh, pack tactics?
Yeah,
pack tactics, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
22.
22 definitely hits.
All right. 2d6. If the target is... Okay, hold on. Let me just roll this 2d6.
Yeah, go for it.
Then I'll ask my question.
I really don't know how I can do this. Like, this is what I'm planning non-lethally.
7 damage. It says if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 13 strength save throw or be knocked prone.
Certainly can do that. Strength saving throw of 13, you said?
Yeah.
Mother Hubbard. That's a 12.
Yeah.
Yes.
With his +2. So, hold on. Let me see if he makes a... Nope, it's just a 2. Yep, so he fails his strength saving throw. So go ahead and, so you bite down on his head, both of his head, shaking him violently and tossing him as he lands clattering and clanging onto the ground, uttering some sort of a curse as he is quickly taken by surprise by the turn of events. But that ends Zeph's turn. Apologies. It is now the other two dwarf brawlers as they are going to go ahead and unleash their attacks. One of them, seeing the direwolf in the fight now, attempts to try to... he's going to go ahead and try to grapple you. So it's going to be a strength check, an opposing strength check, apologies, against you, Zeph, using your direwolf form.
Check, not saving throw.
Yes, straight check. He rolled a 6. So
17.
17. So he reaches over and tries to grab you around the neck in an effort to throw you down. But as he grabs you around the neck, there's a moment of realization. His feet are off the ground.
Yes.
So it doesn't work.
Yes.
So he lets go and lands on the ground, now kind of standing right in front of you. His buddy, however, is going to run at Thulgrin because obviously he still has bigger fish to fry. He's going to swing. He's got a very similar gauntlet to the one that Dempsey had. He's got a gauntleted fist with some spikes on it. So he's going to go ahead and take 2 attacks, both of them at Reckless because they're fighting dwarves. He's going to smash his gauntlets together, causing sparks to fly, and then he's just going to start unloading his attacks on you, Thulgrin. First attack at advantage is a natural 1, but an 18 on the advantage, so that's going to be a 24 to hit. Second attack. Again? 2 nat 1s in a row. But the other one is...
Sounds like divine punishment.
That's a 19? So both are going to hit. Okay. Alright. Give me just a second as I pull up the stats of this guy. So he's taking his 2 bruiser attacks. Only 1d4. Sorry, just reading up on the stats here. It's going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
How tanky do you think they are?
The first one is 10, or
both of them combined. 10 points
overkill.
10 points of damage.
It'd be funny though.
As that is going to be that's going to be both their turns because they both, one tried to grab you and it didn't work, and the other one successfully beat up on Thulgrin. As you can see, Dempsey at this point is backing away from the fight, kind of holding his axe at the ready, but seeing that now it's starting to get a little heated, is he's looking angry, and the bloodlust of battle is definitely still there, but feeling like the battle is kind of at a little, not sure what to do at this point. Looks like he's strategizing, so not quite sure what he's planning, but we'll find out when it's his turn. Until then, Kenneth, you're up with Lucius on deck.
Oh, let's
and Thulgrin after that. So Kenneth, you're up now.
Yeah.
Kenneth,
now
in your on your turn,
yeah,
you are going to go ahead and do something, I assume. Yes.
I'm thinking.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Well, it's my turn
Yes.
right now.
Hold on.
Very nice.
Is it Kenneth's turn now?
Kenneth's turn. Yes.
Is she gonna do something?
Well, I would hope so.
So I'm assuming Dempsey is within 60 feet of me. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay. I want to use Hunter Sense. As an action, you choose one creature you can see within 60 feet and immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Yes,
vulnerability.
And what they are if they're not hidden by divination magic.
Oh, not hidden by divination?
Yeah.
Oh, then you don't know.
I'm
kidding. I'm kidding.
You say bitch.
Okay, so using your action, you are looking at Dempsey to try to establish what he is good or bad at?
Whether or not he has damage immunities, resistance.
I was flavoring it. I understood.
Yes.
So
basically,
So
basically, has weak spots or...
You can tell, firstly, that he is a dwarf, and it seems like most dwarves are pretty hardy against some of the toxins of this world. So you know that he is resistant to poison. He is also very thick-headed, and it seems like even though he's been hit in the head like 3 times, he is still very clear-eyed and like focused. He's also resistant to psychic damage.
Ooh.
But there are no vulnerabilities.
You can't make bad dad jokes.
Okay, perfect. That's my action. As my bonus action, I'll go and Hunter's Mark one of the lackeys.
All right.
Amen.
Okay, so you Hunter's Mark one of them.
Let's make sure I will shout. No, nothing psychic, hard-headed, no poison.
Okay, those are all words that you speak into the chaos. End of Kenneth's turn.
Thank you for
Lucius, you're up with Thulgrin on deck.
All right, so Lucius from behind is like, "Hey, Thulgrin, you want him?
Oh, I'm gonna finish him.
Alrighty." And you see, as his jaw like unhinges.
Oh,
and
like at some
dangles.
point in time during this, I have definitely gotten a slap on the butt like a good game. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, that's
and Lucius or Coach. Then you see like a bunch of like his like veins start bulging with like black stuff, and this is gonna be a different version of former Dread.
Oh.
And
Is Lucius becoming a jock?
no, I'm not. He's not physically stronger. It's just for show.
Okay, fair enough.
So as soon as someone like pushes him over, it'll
be gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Sorry, let me activate that so I get a D10 of HP because I'm cool like that. Because of former Dread. Woo! 7 plus 6, so I get 13 temp HP.
Damn, son.
Nice.
Yeah, and
I have 13 totally.
you said there's a guy on the ground.
There's one that got thrown to the ground by the direwolf's attack. Yes.
Lucius like lumbers over there, and just like since he's prone, right? I have advantage on this. He's gonna go down and try to touch, inflict wounds on the guy on the ground.
Finally, I will ask.
Yes.
Is this lethal?
No, but I don't know what. It's up to you as a DM.
I can flavor.
No,
I can flavor that. I just want to know if you are intending to kill.
No, Lucius hates killing people.
Fair enough. All right. So go ahead and roll your attack at advantage.
He wants to make him go sleep very hard.
Yes.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
Finally, this is 19.
19 does hit.
No, you're lying.
No, it does. His AC is 19.
Holy shit! I haven't hit all. It's been 33 episodes or whatever. How many episodes has it been?
We're 37 now.
Dude, I have not hit a single inflict wounds in that entire time, and I got it because I have a +6 because it's a different spell.
Yeah, it's a different spell, man. It's a whole different thing.
Thulgrin sees this as, that's what I'm talking about, lad!
Coach is here, some bitch, and he palms the face like into the ground.
Oh yeah.
And since sorry, let me. There's a lot of things that happens because I usually don't hit this. So form a dread, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He has to make a wisdom save, but I don't even know if he's gonna survive this.
Yeah, we'll see.
So let me see. Since I'm grave touch now. Once per turn, when I hit with an attack and deal damage, I can replace the damage with necrotic damage, which is already necrotic damage. Don't worry about that. This is the most interesting part, though. The second half. While in your form of dread, this trait deals 1 additional damage die of necrotic damage.
Oh.
So the spell that would normally be 3d10
is now 4d10 necrotic damage.
Yes.
Ooh,
so
boy,
that's a lot of necro.
And if this son bitch survives it, can I steal your d10s?
Do it.
I mean, you want him to survive it.
Oh yeah, but no, if he's not
yeah.
super sleep, you know, he's not super tired.
You're just trying to knock him out.
I'm just trying to knock him out. All right, 10, 15, 16, 19 points of necrotic damage.
19 total.
19 total. I don't have any pluses because.
You reach down and palm his face, and very anime style, you go bam, boom, and like cracks appear across the ground as the force of your impact. You lift and there's a soft like as like blood is now spurting up from his caved-in nose that was already broken, but is now Voldemort into his face.
Hey, good drops now, and I tap on him on the head.
He's looking up, bloodshot eyes, weakly kind of muttering. He's still alive. He's not unconscious.
Make a wisdom
but he
save.
does need to make a wisdom saving throw.
My feelings.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
He rolls a 5.
Okay, he's feared of me.
He would have been scared either way of you, but it is good to know. It is good to know he's the feared condition.
The bloodlust is just...
Yeah, it's intense, man.
All right, I think that's my turn.
Yeah, it probably is.
I'm so happy.
You did a good job, man.
I did damage.
If you're coach, you need to find something to spike.
Can we take a second?
They're going, boom.
Yeah, like
Take a second and all together just look at Will's cute little doggy and say how cute it is. Oh my gosh!
Cute dog.
So tiny.
Hobbs is adorable. Will, you need to send me a picture of this dog so that when this episode comes out, I can tell people, like, this is the dog we were talking about the entire episode.
On it. Will do.
Alright, cool. So we'll make sure to make a note of that. Alright, so, end of Lucius's spectacular turn. We get to the bottom of the initiative where Thulgrin is sitting patiently. Thulgrin, what are you doing, man?
Alright, I am actually gonna use all of my lay on hands pool for.
Nice, you pull out Aramir's hands and just kind of rub them
points.
on
Yep, all over the place.
We're just gonna. Where it's now canon that it's just literally like lion mitts that he's Leon in hands. He's just rubbing.
They have magical
And
heat
just the way his
properties.
accent makes him sound like he's saying Leon in hands.
Yes, Leon in hands. He has an X lever, and it's very complicated.
It's real complicated. The Ghost theme song is just playing.
He murdered a
misses
Leonin
her so much.
shaman. Murdered a
Write that
Leonin
in.
shaman and took their paws.
Just took their paws.
It's like rabbit's feet.
Sorry, Thulgrin, you were saying.
Alright, and then I'm going to use Harness Divine Power and regain one of my spell slots.
Nice.
And that'll
Say
be my
what?
bonus action. And then I'm just gonna shout, Dempsey's mine, lads!
Okay.
And then I'm done.
Alrighty then.
That was set up.
Okay.
He feels fear.
Top of the round, it's Glyph. You're up, dude. What are you doing?
Shoot him, Glyph!
I'm not gonna shoot him because I feel like we're still trying to not kill anybody. So I'll probably just bash him in the head 2 more times if I can.
You can shoot
Are
him
you
in
going
the neck, so
after the same dwarf you were fighting, or are you going after a different dwarf?
Oh yeah, I definitely challenged the one in front of me to this point.
Sure.
So, 24 on the first one,
Yeah, that definitely hits.
and that's a total 8 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
be fine. Nice.
And then after that, just to even the fight and do the thing that I love to... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to hit that one with the Branding Smite and add 2d6 to it.
Sure.
Just because that's what Thulgrin's doing, so might as well join him. And that's 10 damage.
All right, so 18 points of damage on that first hit. Also, Zeph has left the confines of Pothole, just so you know. So Pothole's kind of standing at the side of the ring now, so if you want to do something with him, you're more than welcome to.
He just starts cheering.
And this is not normal pothole. This is turnt pothole. So you better have bonuses.
Oh, that's true. He's the enlarged.
Pothole's still pretty tuned up.
I know.
And I'm not going to translate exactly what you just said to me. But I just give him a look and like, oh, I mean, all right, if you want to do it, I guess. And he's going to run at somebody and try to punch the piss out of him. Hold on.
Sure,
Can
absolutely.
you push the guy that's on the ground for me?
Yeah,
Just
he
say
can-
screw it.
yeah, happily do it. That one got thrown towards your side of the ring by Zeph, so it's definitely foreseeable for him to hop over the tables and charge.
I just wanted to just be the icing on the top just to knock him out.
Absolutely.
So he rolled Bomber. Yep, he's definitely...
Wait. He's on the floor, right? He's still prone, right?
Prone at advantage.
So you have advantage. Pothole has advantage.
Pothole has it, yeah.
Pothole. He...
Please.
Second one, only 10 to hit.
Does not hit, unfortunately.
Bummer. Alright, well, he feels like he's a part of the team, and that's what matters most.
All right.
Anything
else you're doing, Glyph, on your turn?
We stand.
Yeah, we stand
No,
by.
I'm seeing that everyone's pretty well matched in their own fights. I'm just gonna stick with the guy that I'm punching in the face.
Okay. All right. End of your turn. It is now Dempsey's turn. Dempsey, hearing Thulgrin issue the challenge of Dempsey is mine, is going to turn around and respond in kind by stalking towards you, pulling out his, re-gripping his weapons and saying, "Gladly!" As he swings towards you. He's going to
only got one hammer because I still have the other.
Yeah, but he
one.
also has a fist that he's going to punch you
fair
with.
enough.
And he's going to go ahead and unleash his reckless attacks on you again. So he's going
This
to
is
get
good and bad
advantage.
news.
He's going to try and put you down, is basically what he's trying to do. So he's going to roll first. We're going to roll the hammer attack first at advantage. That is going to be, good lord, a natural 1 on one of them, but an 18 on the other, so that's going to be like a 26, I think, on that attack.
That one hits.
Second one is going to be the fist. The fist is going to be a 21.
Hits.
Both hit? Okay, cool. So first attack is going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage on one of them. And the fist is going to be only 4 points of damage on the fist. Yep. That's going to be his attacks. Bonus action. Nope, he cannot use his interpose right now. Yeah, so that's going to be his turn. He's basically just going to unleash hell on you. Just roaring spit and blood flying from his mouth as he's swinging away, basically trying to end this fight now. Not in like a bloodlust way, but in like a tired of this, like I'm tired of this fight. Like this, almost beneath me kind of a vibe.
Oh shit. Okay.
Not haughty, but like, he's been beat up, but he's basically like, I'm done playing around. I'm putting you down type of thing. So that's going to his turn. It's now going to be the dwarf fighters. Both of them are going to go ahead and go. First one's going to go ahead and do what he's doing, which is swinging away at Glyph, because that's the one that Glyph is now engaged with. And that's going to be a 2, so that's not going to hit, of course.
Nice job. Nice dodge.
The second one is the one that's on the ground right now. He's scared.
Me.
So he's going to get up.
He can't
using
move
half his
close to me.
movement. Oh, no, he's going to run away from you. So he's going to sprint away, giving both Lucius and Pothole
team up attack.
Opportunity attacks.
Team up attack. Can we? Okay. Can we make? I don't know, just for fun.
Sure.
Can we just make Potholes at advantage and it make a combo attack?
So you're gonna drop yours and give
I'm gonna drop
Pothole
mine
advantage.
and give him advantage.
Sure thing,
for
my
friendship.
guy. Go ahead and give Pothole advantage on that attack, Glyph.
Pothole has advantage on what attack? Okay, I got you.
On an opportunity attack.
The opportune attack.
As coach, I just give him a slap on the butt.
Dude, he isn't doing anything. There we go. Okay. That'll hit. That's a 27.
Let's go!
100%. That'll hit. So go ahead and do...
Only 6.
6 points of damage?
Yes.
He only had 5, so that'll do it.
The drunken master.
That is a good question, though. Was Pothole aiming to kill? Just wanted to...
I mean...
Make him roll a wisdom check.
I think that's the best way to go about it because, like, he's drunk off his gourd.
Okay.
So let's see what his wisdom would be. It's a +0.
Sure.
Straight roll. What's the DC for non-lethal?
Hey, he rolled an at 20.
Woo!
Okay, so
he's so level-headed. He's a very wise
That's
drunk.
an automatic success. He does not do lethal. So how does he just punch him in the back of the head? How does he do this, Glyph?
He doesn't punch him in the back of the head. Drunken Pothole is basically 13 years old, so he corn dogs this guy really hard.
With one swift kick, he kicks the batole of this dwarf, causing his shouts of anger and scared to all kind of funnel into this little as he reaches notes he never thought possible.
This turns into a Jackie Chan film.
Someone's gonna grab a stool and start fighting, and it's gonna be a Jackie Chan movie.
Hell yeah.
As he topples over, grabbing onto his stones, pun intended, and is just out, rolling on the ground,
So
tears pouring out of his crushed face.
Oh.
Tears mixing with the blood.
God.
It's even higher pitch because he's got no nose at this point.
It's almost worse that it's non-lethal. You should have killed this guy.
I mean, he'll heal, but it's
He's gonna come back as a
gonna look
meat.
Yeah, I mean, cartilage.
Voldemort knows.
Cartilage heals at some point. He's been headbutted headbutted and like face planted.
Listen, Voldemort knows is permanent.
You know, I think it's important to reflect on the company he keeps and why he's in the situation.
True.
I'm sure he'll think about that.
He might grow.
End of his turn. As he runs away, that's going to end it. Zeph, you are up.
All right, sweet. So Zeph, is there anyone currently immediately at Zeph? There was the guy who tried to hug him.
Yeah, there is. Yes, there is one
that
of
guy
the
still there?
brawlers who's next to you right now.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Sweet. So Zeph's like super excited about this new form and everything.
Is your tail wagging a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's still looking like a mean direwolf though.
Sure.
And so he turns to the guy next to him and like visualizing how snow foxes like will do that weird jump
up and pounce.
Yeah, because the guy's like right next to him.
Yes.
So he's like he goes and he like jumps to like go straight up and just flies. Literally flies because his spectral wings appear out of the back
This is art.
of the direwolf. And for a split second, he's up there a little confused, but also it feels just right. Just right.
Yeah.
And he goes to make a shout of like triumph as a radiant beam issues forth from his snout.
What?
And he uses his draconic breath weapon on this poor dwarf.
My lord.
Below him.
What a visual we're seeing right now. You know those t-shirts you can find at truck stops with like the white wolf under a giant moon?
Yes, exactly.
That's kind of the vibe.
Talking about Three Wolf Moon.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. So this is a
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
opalescent,
I'd have that t-shirt.
pearlescent.
Can we make art of that?
White,
Yes.
White direwolf with wings breathing a radiant blast of
Energy. Yeah, love it. Okay, so go ahead and do your damage for that. I assume it's damage, right?
He's so giddy. Yeah, sure.
Do I have to make a roll, or is it you?
Dex save.
Dexterity saving throw from the
He still roll
11.
Dex 11.
DC 11. They're super dexterous. That is a 11
Sweet.
minus 1.
Oh, minus.
Yep.
Oh.
So
He's got back problems.
Not super fast.
Yeah.
More sturdy than anything.
Carrying all that rock, yeah. He's got stiff shoulders. Sorry. Soldiers.
Well, he barely gets hit and gets one point.
1 point.
It was really like extravagant looking like
damage.
beam. And
I think so. Well, yeah, Zeph is not intending. Dire Dragon Wolf Zeph is not intending to do this. This was just kind of like look what I'm doing.
It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
instead of direwolf, it's flyerwolf.
Wow, I love it.
Doug inspiration?
Okay.
Okay.
Ending your turn, Zeph. It is now the brawler's turn. He is looking at you after getting a little burned by that radiant blast. Just kind of like looks at you like a sizzle on the side of his face where some of his beard's been burned off. And he's looking at you. He's like, "We kill a wolf too?" And the captain says, "Yes, you kill a wolf." All right. As he like goes and tries to just like punch at you because that's what he's here for.
How tall is he? I'm in the air.
Oh, you're in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, you're flying?
Oh yeah. He jumped up and his wings just went. And he looked down and.
Oh, that changes.
Flying white wolf.
He's going to go ahead and He's going to improvise. He's going to use an improvised weapon because he's a brawler. That's what he does. So he's going to grab a stool.
Throw a stool at me. Good.
And he's just going to chuck it at you.
Good.
Hit him with the chair.
You're looking for a 14.
9.
Nope.
Gosh dang.
You just throw a chair up and hit someone in the crowd.
It sails over.
I need you to roll to see who it hits.
It's
If it's a natural 1, it hits Tabidi.
Okay. What?
He'll be fine. It's just a chair.
It's just a child.
Can't survive death.
No, he's fine. Okay, so that sails over your head, doesn't do anything. And he's looking very sheepish and also doesn't know what to do now. The second one is going to go ahead and... I'm trying to think of where this one is. That one's fighting Glyph currently. That one's fighting Zeph, or just threw something at Zeph. The third and final guy... You two are fighting him. This one's technically fighting Thulgrin right now. That was the one that was engaged with Thulgrin. So he's going to go ahead and unleash his 2 fist attacks on you, Thulgrin. First one is... Ooh, good. 21. Mm-hmm. Second is even better, a 25.
Mm-hmm. So rude.
So rude.
I ain't done that.
7 points of bludgeoning damage for you, my guy.
You're a champion.
As he is... that's his turn. Okay.
Goodbye.
End of the brawlers' turns. We now go to Kenneth with Lucius on deck.
That's me.
Get him, Ken!
All right, so I hunter's marked one of them. I don't know who I would have hunter's marked. I just sure.
Yep.
So I'll just go ahead and attack with the musket.
Are you going non-lethal?
Yeah, less lethal. Less lethal.
I have to ask everybody.
Less lethal.
Less lethal.
I'm in the wing.
I know, you're starting to sound like a cop right now.
Yeah, less lethal.
We're aiming the wing. Hit him in the arm.
Wing him!
Unnatural 20
Aim
for the
for
first
the ear.
hit. And I don't think that'll do it, but I'll 12 for the second hit.
12's not going to hit.
All right, that's fine. The first one hits. That's a D12 and a 6 on top. Oh wait,
Uh-huh.
I'm just checking something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's all. Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
12 points of damage.
Jeez.
Nice.
Yeah. So you, where do you shoot him?
Kneecaps.
You catch one of the kneecaps as muscle and bone project out the other side, blowing his knee out for sure. He falls down. This is the one that was fighting Thulgrin. Falls down to one knee, catches himself like 3-point landing style before kind of like flipping his wild hair back and like looking over in your direction, kind of wild-eyed.
I'll do that thing with my eyes and his eyes, you know, where you like point to your own and then point to theirs. Yeah.
You just doing that
You're
made him a
watching him.
rival, and as a DM, I give him another 30 HP.
Oh, he's pissed.
He's pissed.
Later
More
down,
lethal
if
next
he does
time.
not die,
Yeah.
this is Kenneth's
Kenneth's
mortal enemy for the rest of his days.
All right, let's go.
Now I don't want to kill him.
Probably should save it down later down the road.
You don't get stabbed in the alley with reverence.
He'll be the MacGuffin of a fight. He'll be like, you guys are like recovering from like a dragon fight. You'll be like, oh, I can't believe we made it. And he's gonna be like, Kenneth Quinn! And he'll just like, come for you.
It would be pretty cool though.
That'd be super cool. Very Money in the Bank style.
I
Okay.
actually just realized, because I didn't do a bonus action this time around.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'll mark him for something called Slayer's Prey, which can stack, and it gives me, on that other one, an extra D6 if I could.
But you didn't do it until afterwards.
Can I? Because I didn't realize I didn't do a bonus action.
Listen to how cute she's asking.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right,
IRL.
Add your D6.
Thank you. Another 1 point of damage. See, it wasn't even that tragic.
How do you want to... I'm kidding. You don't kill him. No, he's... Yeah, it hurts a little... It hurts just a little more.
You know what the actual one damage was?
Yeah, it was.
That's what I'm saying.
That was her bonus action, was giving him the look. All right, Lucius, you are up with Thulgrin on deck.
All right, Lucius is gonna be like, look around the crowd, point at the guy that just got kneecapped, cast Hex on him.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
So a bunch of shadows go around him, and then Lucius just puts his hand out to the side, like waiting for something to grab, and the casket opens up, and an ethereal firearm comes out, and Lucius grabs it and gets down in a form that too good, and he casts Eldritch Blast.
Oh my god!
Like he's looking through
at
the barrel.
kneecap of a.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I don't know.
That's incredible. I love that. I love everything.
This ain't Lucius right now. It's Coach.
It's Coach. Yeah, Coach, man. Coach slaps, man. That's awesome.
19 to hit.
Yeah, 19's gonna hit.
All right, cool. Wait, since I get extra die of necrotic damage, right? Whenever
you're rolling
because grave touch.
Is that just
it's
happens?
just attacks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
as
double
long as
check
it's not something that happens
because this might make this subclass actually better than it is. Oh my god! Well, I'm in Dread. I'm in Form of Dread stuff.
every time, man.
Yeah, so
Have your way. Do your extra attack.
yeah. Okay, cool. So 9 points of force damage and 6 points of necrotic damage.
So as you fire your shot, you hit the. Are you going for the same knee or the other knee?
Other knee.
You kneecap his other knee, blowing it out, causing him to cry out in pain, fall to the ground, and as he plants both fists on the ground, like shaking as he's trying to like push himself up.
Yeah.
Like sweat pouring off, snot billowing out of his nose. And
Wait, he's hexed. I have extra d6.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my god.
4 points of necrotic damage on top of that.
As his body just gives out and he lands on the ground, face down, it bubbles like spit just bubbling out from the side of his face. That boy is out. Not dead.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's all non-lethal. But the excruciating pain of losing both kneecaps has put him down.
I'm so sorry. So, visibly, Lucius is just in the zone right now.
Yeah.
Because he's Coach. He's not Lucius.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And so, since he got downed, right? Let me see.
Yep.
Let me see how this works. Don't I get to move, since it hit 0 HP? Do I get to move it?
You get to move X, I believe. Yes.
Let me read if it takes a bonus action or not.
Thulgrin,
It charges it's a bonus action.
bonus action to move it. Okay, good to know.
I'll do that next turn.
Yep.
Lucius just looks at some other guy. Who's left?
There's Dempsey and 2 other fighters, both of them thoroughly engaged in their own fights, but
Lucius just looks into the crowd and just whatever. I'm gonna take disadvantage and I'm just gonna shoot at someone.
oh my gosh. Just
Coach is crazy.
gangster.
He casts it and turns his
Do you
hand sideways.
turn your hand sideways to
Yes,
make the shot?
of course.
And then it's with advantage. Really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a kill shot, man.
Wait, so the first roll was
Well, we don't want to kill.
was
Doesn't matter. That's how it's
sorry, it was a 20 total.
20 hits.
There's a kill
Who are you
shot
aiming
with
for?
spell.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I don't know who am I.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to see. I'm gonna roll a D. I'm
please
gonna roll a D4.
please
I'm
let
gonna
it be
roll a
enemy.
D4. I'm gonna roll a D4. It's not Dempsey. You shoot the other brawler who is currently fighting Zeph.
So then that means damn, he's not hexed because whatever. 3, 6, 9 points of damage.
Damn.
It's because I'm super freaking cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty fly.
You were
Wait,
brilliant late at night. It's fantastic.
So I don't know what's happening. I think it's just because I hit level 6, and this was when I started hitting my stride as a class.
Yeah. You're feeling it now, man.
So yeah, Lucius no looks, tilts his gun to the side, and shoots into the crowd of people.
Without realizing it, you fire at
an octagon.
You fire at the brawler that was standing underneath, looking up at Zeph, trying to figure out what to do with this flying wolf. As the shot catches him in the shoulder, sends him spinning, flopping to the ground before getting back up and now looking around.
But he looks at me and he has to make a wisdom save.
Oh, no!
Dang.
Lucius has a gun?
Well, I reflavored Eldritch Blast to be a shadow gun because I thought it would be funny.
Does a 5 succeed?
No, it doesn't. He's scared of me.
Oh, he's terrified. Great. Love this.
So all he says is
he turns around and goes, "That's a fucking kill shot!" As he backpedals.
Wait, hold on. A shadowy tumbleweed flows into the frame and then dissipates as it hits the ground. Kenneth is angry.
No, we're just gonna have to talk about gun safety is all.
Oh, yeah.
It really bothers me.
You sure he's not stealing your vibe? Because it feels like he's stealing your vibe.
No, that's fine.
All right, cool.
What a good person.
Yeah, my vibe's a good vibe to steal.
All right, end of Lucius's extraordinary turn.
I don't do damage. I don't know what's happening.
Well, you did this time,
I did this
bucko. Thulgrin, you're up, sir. At the bottom of the initiative.
As he spits a little bit of blood out of his mouth from the shot Dempsey gave him, he's just gonna look at him and say, "I'm gonna give you one chance. Do you yield?"
Intimidation? I don't know. Or is he not?
Are you giving him a chance to respond, or are you gonna press your attack?
I'm gonna give him a chance to respond. I'm kind of hoping he doesn't.
If you give him a chance to respond, he's going to. I'm going to say in this moment, he's going to use a reaction to headbutt you because he's not yielding.
He
just looks at you for a moment before throwing his head forward to connect with your head.
Get this son bitch on
A roll to hit.
Get this guy in there.
That's
asshole.
Yes.
So not one. So
How
that's,
does that work? What does it look like?
He misses and crushes his own nose.
he was going to do some damage with that. So that damage is going to be halved, transferred back to him. As he swings his head forward to connect with yours, there was a hollow but loud as head meets head. But as he steps back, you didn't move. And his head is now bleeding.
That looks so badass for you.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
I'm just gonna look at him and say, "I hope that was challenge."
So that was going to be 9 points of damage, but half of it's going to come back to him. You don't take any damage, so he's going to take. We'll round that up to 5 points of damage to him, as he is now looking a little bit off kilter, as he thought he had a strong head, but boy howdy was he surprised when he came in contact with yours. But that's going to end your. I mean, that's his reaction. It's your turn now. What do you do?
So I'm just gonna look at him and be like, "I hope that was your answer."
Okay.
And then I'm gonna misty step behind him again.
Okay. How many times can you do that?
Spell slots.
Spell slots. And
He has a channel divinity where he gets back.
Yeah, I know. He literally used the call upon the higher power, or whatever the hell that is.
Channel divine power.
Yeah, of course he did. Okay, so go ahead and Misty step behind him.
I'm gonna misty step behind him and say, "You have no honor." And then I am going to once again.
Butterfly kiss.
Squish his head.
I'm gonna once again do divine smite.
Sure. Yeah, you're more than welcome to do that. Go ahead and roll to see if you hit, though. You're taking your 2 attacks on him?
Yes, I am.
Take your 2 attacks. And if one of those hit, go ahead and you can divine smite.
And I'm behind him again, so I get advantage on those, correct?
I'm gonna say
He just headbutted me and got dazed. I believe that's an advantage.
yes, you get 1.
You get one
I'll
advantage.
give you 1.
That you're rolling a d12.
That's a D12. Don't you want to roll a D20?
You're good, bro.
They're the same shape-ish.
Yeah, no, I've done it
All right,
many
do
times.
it. Roll it again.
You can use it.
I'm gonna roll this.
That one advantage? Sure.
Again. Alright. 18 on that one.
18 does not hit. Damn. He is, he's pretty
Second
armored.
attack.
Second attack.
That one's not gonna hit either.
The first attack hits him across the back, but clangs off of his plate mail as he spins around and holds his buckler shield up. As you swing your second hammer, it glances off the edge of his shield as he kind of wrenches it away out of harm's way as he kind of stands to face you again. But yeah, both those miss. Any bonus? And you did not waste a spell for Divine Smite because you didn't hit. You don't have to. So you keep that spell slot that you were going to use for Divine Smite. Because that's the cool thing about Divine Smite is you don't have to use it unless you hit. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Does that end your turn?
I did not use a bonus action. So
You did to Misty Step.
I did. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Did to Misty Step. All right.
You're good.
End of your turn. We go back to the top. Round 3. Glyph, you're up on top, my dude.
Who is left to punch?
There is the dwarf you are currently embattled with. The second one that you decided to encounter. There is a dwarf that is brawling with your brother up in the wolf sky, and then there is Dempsey, who is toe to toe with Thulgrin right now.
Do you have clearance to be in this airspace?
Absolutely not.
You're in dwarven airspace. That's not cool.
So I'm going to take my turn and pull out the spyglass again, flip it around the other way.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask, why are you wasting your time on such a tiny guy? And I'm going to cast Reduce on Big Bad Dwarf.
On Dempsey.
Oh
my
Reduce the
God.
dwarf.
So he needs to make a con save of 15, please.
Is that possible to reduce a dwarf?
Yes. Sadly, it is. They become a halfling.
That is good. All right.
Roll.
A Constitution saving throw of 15.
The first halfling.
Yes.
Okay, he has a +3
This is how Kinder
to
was born.
his con save, so he's got to roll
Great,
a
great
12
grandfather
or
of
higher.
dragon. The Lord. No shot.
He rolled a 9 +2 makes it 11, which is a failure.
You made him small.
Yes. Perfect. Right, sorry, you can kick him or you can put him in a box. Either way.
You can put him in a box.
What does that do for him, out of curiosity?
So, choosing to reduce, the target size is halved in all dimensions, including this, and its weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal.
Oh my God.
He's so light.
Increases its size by one category from medium to small, for example. The target also has disadvantage on strength checks
Small
and
to
saving
micro.
throws. Its weapons also shrink to match its new size.
Cute!
1d4 less damage.
Oh my.
How long does it stay like that?
It
Concentration.
lasts for a minute, so if we're gonna do something to him, we need to do it quick.
Wow.
That's 10 rounds. If we don't got it in 10 rounds.
That's ridiculous.
It's pretty good, right?
You watch as Dempsey goes. He looks at you and he goes,
I will never yield. I will make sure that you're just disturbed with what's going on with my life.
as you watch him shrink down.
There's that. The drunken master pothole runs up to whack-a-mole just out of reaction. So that's a 22 to hit.
Is he hitting Dempsey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that hits.
And that's a total of 8 more points of bludgeoning damage to him.
Damn.
He goes, what is wrong with that voice? Why are you so big? Bam! As he gets pounded into the ground. As the gauntleted fist of Apollo recedes, you just hear this, ow! He's hurt real bad. He's looking real rough, guys. That ends his turn.
We gotta leave.
Oh,
Can
shoot.
you just, so how tall was he to begin with?
So dwarves are
4 feet on average, right?
do what?
They're like 4 feet on average, right?
Yeah, 3 to 4 feet, I would say.
Yeah.
So now he's roughly 2 feet tall. But also, so dwarves are almost as wide as they are tall. So now he literally looks like a halfling.
Yeah.
Oh,
size.
really? He does, yeah.
He looks
stocky
small,
halfling.
like a
With a
stocky
beard.
little halfling with a beard.
So what would you say, like, with all that muscle, he's probably about 200? Let's say he's really dense, right?
Yeah, I would say. Oh, 200? Yeah, let's put him at 200.
I mean, it's a fantasy world. So now he's
armor and everything.
now
He's
he's
1/8
2 by 2 and 25 pounds.
He's 25 pounds. He's the weight of a bag of rice from Costco.
Yes, size and weight of
Size
a bag
and weight of
of
a bag of rice at Costco.
Perfect.
Which are on sale now. I'm kidding. We're not sponsored.
Not
by
I would love
Costco.
to
Not a sponsor.
Costco, you can.
Me too.
I mean, Costco, hit us up, man.
Hey, Costco, I think about your food frequently.
So when Costco finally, D&D is getting more and more mainstream and popular. When they finally start carrying D&D stuff, is it going to be like 40 starter packs?
No, if they have they're just gonna have a bag of dice.
It's just gonna be
dice.
It's gonna be
an 80-pound bag of dice.
5-gallon drum or 5-gallon bucket of D&D dice.
There's so much money there.
It'll
He
be
does cheat balls, except it's just D20s.
Yes.
Costco, please.
They're gonna carry 100 packs of 120 miniatures, all the same miniature, but 120 of them.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You're going to be thankful you got that deal. That's all.
Because it'll be, $12.
You can melt them into resin.
Absolutely.
Dude, hold on. The cheese puff thing is genius.
The bucket of cheese puffs was all D20s.
Yeah, it's the same. It is the same bucket, but now okay. Michelle, you need to Photoshop that, create that.
I'm on
with
it
a whole
for
little slogan about how
right now.
Shitty Photoshop. That's the only kind I can do.
Okay.
Use it as an album cover at some point.
Ooh. Okay.
And then add one of the band names to it.
Okay. I got some good ones coming up.
Okay. End of that freakishly weird turn. It is now Dempsey's turn. Dempsey.
Is he even? He's the one that got shrunk, right?
Yeah.
Is he even big enough to hold his hammer anymore?
They
The
shrink down to
hammer's
his
small,
size.
too.
They shrink down to his size. They do a D4 less damage now.
He might heal you. I'm just kidding.
But he's gonna look around, kind of like seeing that he's been shrunk and beat by Pothole, and he's gonna go ahead and use his action to do another call to arms. Help me! I'm kidding. He doesn't call like that. To me, men, to me. As he's going to call to arms, allowing both of the dwarves to leave their use their actions to, or not actions, but use their movement to rush to his aid without provoking opportunity attacks, and use one attack each. And both of them are going to charge you, Thulgrin.
The one that has just run away from me hears in his mind, "Wuss." I mean, wuss. Wait, I'm not shrunk.
Yeah, you're not tiny.
What if you're mocking them, though?
Oh yeah. That would be funny.
So, two attacks.
Just still surprised that you just beamed out.
Two attacks on Thulgrin. The first attack is gonna hit with a 21
To me.
to Thulgrin.
Dude, they are laying
That
into
is a 10 points of damage on the first attack. Second attack from the brawler is going to be a unnatural 20.
Hate
Is that
that.
it? Okay, and that's going to be only 4 points of bludgeoning damage. But they are now going to try to they're not doing it, but they're basically trying to get in front of, trying to overwhelm you to try to give Dempsey time to do something. So he's going to go ahead and he can't do anything else, and he can't run away because he's got two guys kind of standing next to him, kind of keeping him where he is. So he's just going to hope that this wears off in a second. We'll see how that pans out. Let's keep going with now it's the Dwarf Warrior's turn, and he's just going to take 2 reckless attacks now that it is his full turn on you, Thulgrin. Try to put you down to end this fight quickly. That is a son of a gun. That is a unnatural 20 on his first hit. I keep rolling ones, so that's just...
You're rolling ones and he gets still managing to get 20s?
Well, because these guys have advantage. He's using reckless attacks. So, but if I'm just rolling regular attacks, these would be ones. So it's just frustrating that I keep rolling. I've rolled so many ones tonight, it is ridiculous. Second attack at reckless is a 2 and a 5. Second one's not going to hit. But the first one does hit. That's going to be wrong die. That's going to be 4 points of
Minus a D4?
slashing damage. Oh, minus it. No, that's not Dempsey. This is
not Dempsey?
This is the fighter.
That would be funny to see.
4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Could happen.
Okay. End of, I believe, still alive. Damn it. Okay, Zeph, you are up.
Glyph?
No.
No.
Oh,
Zeph.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it is Zeph. No, it's
Wow,
Zeph.
nice. All right, seeing his quarry run away, Zeth's gonna see if he can't do better if he does his breath weapon on purpose.
Oh. Okay.
And so they will all need to roll a save.
Multiple times?
Just twice.
Okay. Dexterity saving throws? What's the DC?
11.
11 DC. Alright, so we're going to roll one at a time. We're going to start from Dempsey, and then we're going to do the fighter, and then the brawler. So, Dempsey first.
The guy that was hex, I downed.
Dempsey, I need to see what his stats are. Give me just a second. Dempsey rolled that's a 0, so it is an 11. Exactly.
That meets, yeah.
So, second one is going to roll.
Damn,
that is
close.
a natural 20.
That will definitely save.
Third one is going to roll. That is a 7.
Okay, cool. So I didn't read this very well, but it's actually half damage.
It's half damage if they succeed.
Yeah. So one full.
One full and 2 half.
Cool. Let's roll. Let's get something good.
That was a really good action phrase.
Let's get something.
Let's roll. Let's get something good.
My favorite part of Taken was when Liam Neeson said, "Let's get
Liam Neeson."
Liam Neeson. What? I don't know what everyone's saying.
It's a 1.
1?
Liam Neeson's. This is a joke.
Damn, son.
That's nice.
You kill him?
Just gonna go ahead.
Not lethal on that one.
Yeah, clearly not lethal on all of them.
I think it's really good at getting rid of it's like laser surgery.
Obviously,
yes.
on the guys that did half damage, we're just gonna go ahead and round up that
to a 1.
Point,
okay,
to 1 point.
So it looks. I want to just say it looks absolutely stunning, but it's just he's not. There's
the faint smell of burnt hair on the hair.
Yeah,
that's it.
Exactly.
I like to think that the actual effect of it is like a laser hair removal. So it's really bad for dwarves. So all the dwarves you hit don't know, but they're gonna have hair loss.
Oh, they're gonna have some patchy spots for sure.
It might actually have some lasting effect later in life.
Yes. It's not in the description, but it is.
End of Zeph's turn. It is now the brawler's. Is it? Do you have a bonus action?
Is it though?
Is something else you want to do?
I don't know. Hold on. Yes.
Yes, you have something you want to do?
So he's gonna when he does this, he kind of dive bombs them and then swoops back around and
of course.
Lands as a wolf on the ground behind them, but he's towering over them, so he can see his buddy Thulgrin on the other side, and he casts Healing Spirit.
Okay.
Where it encompasses just encompasses Thulgrin on the other side.
Spirits are doing.
Okay, so go ahead and tell me what that looks. So what does that do for him? Yeah,
so he calls forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. The intangible spirit appears in a space that is 5 foot cubed, so basically on Thulgrin.
Okay.
So what does that? What does that look like? I think probably in this moment, what?
Just like chipmunks, just
something cute. Oh no! It's his first animal friend he ever spoke to. The bat.
Fruit.
This
there we go.
Beautiful white pearly bat kind of alights on him like the Holy Spirit descending upon him.
Descends and lands on his shoulder and goes, "Hey, how's it going, bub?"
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1d6
hit points.
That's when he starts his turn.
For the first time, or starts their turn. So this is the first time that he is in the space. So he does get that 1d6.
Nice. You get 4 points.
Nice.
Thulgrin.
Okay.
You have no idea what I've just done to you, do you?
I do not.
You're playing. You're playing sports, fantasy sports.
No,
he's playing sports ball.
I will test. There's a ghost stat block.
Oh yeah.
Ghost.
Can't do it.
Goat.
It's a goat stat block. D&D.
Goat stat block.
Oh.
Yes.
You know Vinny, the goat?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so you get 4 healing points back. End of Zeph's turn. It is now the Brawler's
And the only thing is 4
turn.
points away.
And the Brawler is going to... Unfortunately, he's got a mission right now. He's been called to action. He's going to recklessly attack you, Thulgrin, with 2 strikes. Recklessly. So the first one is going to be a natural 19. That's gonna hit.
Oof.
And the second one is going to be
This is gonna be
another
down to
natural
wire.
19.
No shot. My friend.
All right. So that's going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Total for everything?
Total for everything. Yep.
Where are you sitting at, roughly?
Are you still up?
15.
Still up? Damn it! I mean, oh, that's terrible.
We gotta get him down.
End of
Hey,
the
he'd
Brawler's
be at
turn.
1 if he didn't just get healed.
Brawler's
Right?
turn.
End of the Brawler's turn. Kenneth, you're up with Lucius on deck.
Nice.
Kick the Rex.
Yay! Bonus action: transfer Hunter's Mark
Okay.
to whoever, one of the brawlers, right? Whichever one attacked recklessly, because my attacks would be at advantage. Yeah.
No, because he didn't attack you recklessly.
I just thought they had an attack recklessly.
Hang on, let me double check.
Yeah, how does it?
I
Let
think it's
me-
any attack
I think it's.
on
That's
that
what
person.
I thought.
I think so as well.
Give me just a second.
We're
Attack.
gonna find out.
All
Let me
right.
double check.
Make find out.
Attack rolls against it have advantage till the start of his next turn. Okay, so it's any
Oh
attack.
wow, that is crazy.
Hey, what about my attacks? Oh wait, it
That was a
hasn't
roll.
happened yet. Hadn't happened.
First attack is an 18 plus 9, so I'm sure that hits.
Sure.
Who are you hitting?
One of the
The Brawler.
Yeah, the one I have Hunter's marked. I don't know. Also not lethally.
Oh, 1.
Oh, the other one is a nat 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
Okay.
Yeah, we know.
So we'll do-
Beautifully non-lethal, though.
It's just like you crit, and it's like, yeah, I'm using a gun, and I'm like,
All right. we'll do
non-lethal.
Not legally.
first damage roll.
Oh, that
is
sucks.
6, 7, 11 points of damage. Oh, I don't get this one. The Hunter's Mark is for the first one, so.
I don't know.
Second dice damage. Shit, that ain't great
Dookie
either.
Dookie damage.
We're at 8 points of damage.
Is it enough?
Knees again.
11 was enough. You fire your shot with your critical hit. It blows through both knees.
Gosh, you're handicapping.
As he
You're crippling.
he gets hit and looks at you and goes, "Are you fuck?" And he drops to the ground, faints from the
shot.
just out. Him and his compatriot both capped at the knees.
So what you get for keeping scoundrel company.
You don't.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the mentality to think there. Okay, so he's out.
If God doesn't get you, Kenneth will.
Lucius, you're up, my dude.
I'm the devil you forgot, motherfucker. That's in game.
Yeah, sure.
Lucius, like, bonus action moves his hex to the other guys by focus at his knees. And he's gonna get into firing stance again and shoots one.
It's on his knees.
I'm hexing his knees.
you're
So he has
killing me.
He has disadvantage on dex checks.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
That's
sorry,
awesome.
I'm throwing around. 16 to hit. 16.
On the warrior does not hit.
Does not hit,
Unfortunately.
Aww.
However,
What's that?
The attack recklessly?
he did attack recklessly. This is also the warrior also attacked recklessly, so you do get advantage until it is his turn. So yep.
18.
18 just misses.
Second attack then.
Second attack. Also at advantage.
17! Lucius is lost on the knees, like right through his legs, like boom, boom, boom.
Weaving right through him, man. It's
Like, ah!
aim small, miss small, but also miss. Okay, is that end your turn?
Yeah, you see as Lucius misses those shots, the red in his hair goes away, and he like looks at the shadow in his hand and it dissipates, and he's like, what?
Oh.
Suddenly realizing what you were doing.
Yeah.
Okay, Thulgrin, it is your turn, sir.
Alright. I'm going to cast.
Take some healing is what you're gonna
I'm going
do.
to cast Cure Wounds.
and also take 6 points.
On yourself? Okay, cool.
And also take
heal
an
6 points at the
additional
top of your
6
turn.
points
Oh, nice.
An additional
From
6.
his, yeah.
Oh.
from my healing spirit.
add
my
another
bat.
Fruity the Bat also
Fruity
gives
the Bat,
you,
who's hugging you around the head, like kind of like a crown. Almost, he's wrapped
down to
his
the side,
wings
yep.
around. Yeah,
But he's transparent, so you can see.
Can I suggest
yeah,
something?
yeah.
So this guy, the big guy, is at like 1 HP. Like the guy you're 1v1ing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think you should just swing at him. Personally,
We'll lift you up.
we will help you out.
Fair enough, then.
So you're
What
not
would you do?
healing yourself?
Not going to heal myself.
Okay.
Go crazy, go stupid. You don't.
Alright.
I missed a step in front of him this time.
On guard.
Away from him. How are you doing?
Hit him with the fade away.
Well, just to add some flavor into this,
Please do.
I'm going to sound a horn, and all you're going to hear is
It's the loudest Matt has been the entire night.
come bellowing out, and it is going to be Vinny the goat, and he is going to charge.
Please describe how that happens.
Okay. So Vinny, you're summoning your
He's
mount.
been around. He just
Okay.
he never really went away.
Sure.
Once he's there, he's there. Unless I send him away.
I mean, it lasts for 10 minutes, but that's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I didn't see that.
No, you're fine.
Okay, sure.
Flavor.
The flavor, sure. Vinny's always been
I mean,
around.
And always will
let's
be.
put it this way. I can either do it this way with a little flavor, or I can just hit him with a hammer.
No, you are absolutely fine with doing that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you go ahead and
Paint this picture for me. Where does Vinny come running?
so in a very cartoon style, you hear that whoa from across the walls of the fort, and then you hear this as cartoon style through the wall,
Yeah.
imprint of a goat, the sound of
Yes.
bowling pins as bowled over like 4 or 5 dwarves, mugs flying in the air. The table next to the octagon splinters, and in slow motion, tongue lolling out, spit flying, Vinny just flying through the air.
As he goes through the room, like you see the bodies of dwarfs, like
Dwarves behind him just like just flying through the air.
Chaos.
It's a spectacle. As Vinny is going to go ahead and roll to attack.
19.
19 just misses.
Are you
Dempsey.
kidding me?
Dempsey is a very strong
You have
character.
a second attack.
You do have your second attack. Wait, hold on. Let me think about positioning here. No. You backed up to do the strikes.
Yeah, he's behind the 3 dwarves.
You're behind the 3. You're at range. Glyph didn't move up yet because it's not his turn. But you know who did hit Dempsey as he shrank down? Pothole. So he is flanking. So you do get advantage on these attacks, sir. So go ahead and roll one more time to see if you can get better than a 19 on your hit.
Please.
No. Okay, so the first hit one does not hit. Second one does get advantage because Pothole is still flanking.
Alright.
So
What are you gonna do?
Vinny trying to hit again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want it to be.
Yeah. Sure. At advantage.
You need to roll once more.
One more time.
That's better.
One more time.
23.
23 does hit.
Oh,
Alright.
23.
Being as kind of dumb as Vinny is Vinny gonna kind of make a round circle to circle back? Like a fairly big circle to circle back and start going?
I'm gonna say like this is the first time. Like he's flying through the air.
Let's call it one horn misses, one horn hit.
Sure. So this is the first hit from after he came out.
Just
of the
come flying through the air. This is his first hit.
Well, since he went 20 feet, I get an extra D4.
Yes, because this is his charge.
All right. So this is the first time I've done this here.
At the bottom. Should be the very bottom.
Yeah, but it doesn't say what I need to roll.
Oh.
See what I mean? Like it doesn't tell me what I need to...
Charge.
It just says I get an extra 1d4, but it doesn't tell me what I gotta roll.
Melee attack. +3 to hit. 1d4 plus 1.
Okay.
So +1, and then +4.
Altogether?
You're using
Goat damage.
goat damage. Okay, 12 points of damage.
12 points of goat damage.
Oh, wow. 2 1d4.
And that's how Vinny does it.
And Vinny can't choose to do it non-lethally.
No. Vinny does it.
Okay.
And with that resounding noise of this creature just you watch as, again, very cartoonish, little Dempsey turns to see the face of this goat come barreling at his face, and very slow-mo, like 100 frames per second vibe. Like his face just gets like shifted as the horn impacts into his skull.
The sweat and blood on his face just actually stays in place.
Stays in place as his whole head just gets moved.
Does this mean that Vinny is technically a named man now?
Vinny is a spectral creature that disappears after 10 minutes. I keep saying that.
And a named dwarf. I'm just gonna have to say
and that. He's not a dwarf.
Yeah, dwarven spirit.
As Vinny punches him and he goes flying into the side of the arena, and he slumps, head lolling to one side.
Like the chicken nugget he is.
He is out.
You said
he
what?
had 12 hit points left.
Yeah!
That's perfect. Nice job.
So that would leave literally one dwarf left who immediately knows he's beat.
Kneecaps.
Hand him over.
Sorry, what?
No, so
And the kneecaps.
Did I stutter? Kneecaps.
can I roll an intimidation check?
Yeah. Go
With
for
advantage?
it. Yeah,
Because
go
I'm
for
cool.
it. Form of dread, man.
Yeah.
You're terrifying.
Oh,
You're
wow.
scaring everybody.
That's like a 26, but also
Yeah.
a 20, two 26s.
Yeah.
Lucius is like, looks at his hands like, what the hell? And then the cask opens again, puts a gun in his hand, and his hair turns red again, and he's like, starts like,
Don't tread on me.
just point the gun at the guy's kneecaps, and I'm like, go!
As he drops, he's like, he holds up his hand. He knows he's beat.
Can I make a wisdom? I want to make a wisdom save.
Sure.
Just for funsies.
Alright, he's lucky. I was gonna make him dance, as in, like, shoot his foot.
There you go.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Lucius, like
Killing him?
Fortnite dancing.
As the
He's Gen Z.
As the battle concludes, you hear the sounds of dwarves shouting and jeering and hollering and yelling as the fight has now concluded. All of the lackeys of Dempsey are unconscious or on the ground, hoping not to follow them. As all of you are still alive, and you have defeated Dempsey. Congratulations.
Thulgrin would like to go over to Dempsey and take something off of him as proof that he was defeated.
What do you want to? I mean, it's kind of hard to see. He's got a lot of little trinkets. There's a little. He's got some. It's like trying to undress a GI Joe doll. It's not really not really a lot on him, but give it another 52 seconds, and you should be fine.
Oh, dang it. Will, what do you think about that?
Wait, I'm sorry. I heard a Ken doll? What happened?
What say you, Will?
What say you, Will?
Yes or no?
Hey, Glyph, what's going on?
I mean, if you guys want to, you can do that. He's kind of already been humiliated, so, I mean, if you want to keep doing it, that's fine.
So...
You just undressing him for
you
fun?
You could say this is my first Norok,
Correct.
When one is defeated in Norok, I mean, what's the proof?
One ritually undresses.
How does he
slowly undresses the other?
How would I know that he didn't just walk off and continue to claim his own or whatnot?
Obviously, witnesses are the biggest.
That's too much.
The biggest thing, and you. Let me ask this: What would have been the not the bet, but the wager of this fight? What would you have What would have been the? So most of the time, Noruks have a wager, whether it's land or monetary gains or a favor or whatever. Something is there are bets that are made. If I win, I get this. If you win, you get this kind of a thing. So what would have been? I apologize. I did not. That's a part of it I should have factored into the beginning of this.
The objective in this whole thing would have been to I guess have proof. It was to clear my grandfather's name.
I will say this.
But he already kind of admitted to the fact that...
Sure. And also, this Norok technically was voided because he violated the terms of a Norok. So you did win the fight, but the Norok basically became a disqualification of sorts.
Well, then would he win by default then already?
He would have won, yeah. The Norok would have gone in his favor, but the Norok would immediately have just been stop, clearly, this is bigger than just a battle of honor now that, people have been involved. There's a whole thing going on there.
Yeah.
But currently, the leader of the encampment is unconscious in front of you, so the dwarves are all just kind of all of the probably 30-ish dwarves that are all kind of standing on the edge of the circle. They're all just kind of quietly talking to themselves and watching you as you are standing over their de facto leader.
Slowly undressing him.
Slowly undressing him.
Not slowly undressing him.
While maintaining eye contact.
But yeah, he is yours to do with what you please. He's unconscious currently, so you can wait till he wakes up, or whatever you want to do.
I'll wait.
I can wake him up early if
we can wait.
Okay.
I'll splash water on him.
Do you want to tie him up? What do you want? You just want to leave him there?
Let's go ahead and tie him up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can begin to tie him up. It's at that point that the reduced spell will fade, so he will go ahead and return back to his normal form.
And his bindings are very, very tight.
Very tight. No, the bindings will enlarge with him, so he is restrained. Do you want to round up? Do you want to round up the rest of his?
Just pinched off.
The other four that he was with?
Yes.
Okay, so you can bind them up too.
Okay.
The rest of the dwarves at this point are all still kind of quietly holding back.
Uh-huh.
They have not said or done much. They're just kind of watching this whole event unfold.
Lucius sees everything very tense, and Lucius puts out his hands and he tries to speak. Guys, it's all good.
At one end of the crowd, you hear someone go. That man had just woken up from a drunken stupor to see you reset your jaw.
Their business, completely theirs. All right.
You hear people talking in the crowd, and somebody shouts out, "I should hope so. There's an Norok that they had, and clearly Thulgrin is the victor. And they all kind of nod and shake their heads. We all saw it. We are a witness to it. Yes. And they all nod. And you hear the grumbles of agreement. And they all just kind of like quietly like start talking to each other. And Levy at this point kind of walks up, just kind of looking around and everything, looking at you, Thulgrin. So, what are you going to do with him?
Who was it that said this?
Levy, the soldier
guard
who's been, yeah.
I'm gonna look down at him. Is he awake now?
Dempsey's still unconscious. This is just a few minutes after this. Yeah, he's...
Okay. Well, I'll look around the group and just say, I don't know exactly what all you're out here doing, but first and foremost, you're dwarves. You have more honor than this. You don't want to continue to follow a dwarf like this with no honor.
Or knees.
Levy,
Yes?
you're in charge now.
Well, me?
When Dempsey gets up, he won't be returning. I'm gonna send him packing. Remember your dwarves. Remember your honor.
What? So, just so I'm clear, this Captain Dempsey, whatever his name is, he fought and won a Norok, but cheated.
He did.
And then he tried to fight you and then Norok and then cheated again. Huh. So
You dwarves should know the shame that comes with that.
right, yeah, that's the thing. I didn't know. None of us knew. And he kind of looks around. The dwarves are nodding there. Okay. And at this point, you can see the other like creatures that Levy had spoken of that were working with the dwarves. You see a couple again, some half orcs or some ogres, other like a hobgoblin or two. They're all at the back of the crowd, like again watching and participating, but like kind of standing off to themselves are also watching this. But as Levy looks to the crowd, you can see all of them are nodding in agreement. So we were like, we were tasked with like a mission by the Captain Dempsey, whatever his name is, like exploratory, a mission that we thought was from home, from the king himself, kind of a thing. But I'm beginning to feel like maybe that was not what happened.
You can't trust a word that comes out of Dempsey's mouth.
Right, that's what I'm starting to pick up on that. I'm feeling like that's the thing. I think we need to wait for Nineveh to get back, and maybe he can help us.
That sounds alright.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Nineveh should be back in like a day or two, hopefully. He said he would come back soon, so maybe he can speak. Maybe he can figure out what we do. He's kind of like an advisor. He's kind of like he's a priest of the Allhammer, so he might know what to do here.
Wait, don't we need that for some reason? Don't we need a priest of Allhammer for some reason?
Sorry, Mr. Thulgrin, sir. We would have helped had we known that you needed had we known he was.
He had all the help he needed, anyways.
It's not very dwarf of us to just follow blindly.
It's alright, lad. I'm gonna lean down and grab Dempsey's hammers. Hand them.
His tiny little hammers.
They're big now.
Oh.
Hand them to Levy. These are yours now.
Oh, mine.
They are.
He kind of.
He's undeserving of these.
He sets his spear off to one side and reaches out and takes them. They drop. He's like, "Oh, hey, have you any thought?"
Hey, since you're kind of a leader now in your own way, I'm pretty sure when Nidovar comes back, he's gonna take over. But you're becoming your own man, and for that, I want to give you this. And I give him like a handful full of glow skink teeth, and I just put it in his hand.
Oh my good lord!
Make a necklace out of it. It'll look really cool.
What? Why are they stained red? What is going on with?
Well, you see, you gotta get the teeth from somewhere.
Oh, that's what that smell is. All right. Okay. Probably should clean these off at some point.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
I have a great immune
good.
system, so I'm
Sure. Yeah. Is that a bug crawling out there? All right. Well, I'm gonna clean these up. Thank you.
I have some scales. If
Thank you,
want.
Mr. K. No, I'm great. Thank you.
Goodbye.
As he turns around, trips over one of the hammers that is on the ground now, quickly gathers everything up and scurries off.
I love that guy.
You see the rest of the dwarves all kind of looking around each other. Then they all, at some point or other, all look at Thulgrin and kind of nod their heads.
I'm gonna walk over just to cut the tension. Grab a pint of beer, hold it up in the air. Cheers to you, lads.
You make a persuasion check for me.
You know, I like to think it would be an advantage because, like, how hard is it to really get dwarves to drink?
Giving him too much advantage tonight.
Okay, you say so.
8.
8.
That's a DC.
There's a good amount of. There's a few of them that do kind of like nod and kind of raise. A few others kind of look at you, not darkly, but a little just like not really sure what's going on. But the crowd begins to disperse at that point. So the night wears on. Everyone can get their long rest as they rest for the evening. And we're going to go ahead and just for the sake of expediency, we're going to go ahead and move forward a little bit in time to another about 48 hours into the future, where it is the evening of day 2. Obviously, everyone has kind of settled into a routine waiting for this Nineveh. Dempsey and his lackeys are all penned up in one of the stables. They have been there for the entire time. Not really talked to or addressed, but left in there to just kind of wait whatever judgment is to be bestowed upon them. As the evening of the second day comes in, and you can hear outside of the walls of the fort a commotion. As you can see, it looks to be about 3 individuals make their way to the fort. All of them riding very Vinny-like mountain goats, kind of like stocky with like shorter legs, but enough with packs and stuff, carrying 3 dwarves into the fort. The 2 on the side seem to be wearing what looks to be like very simple travel robes with pieces of plate mail kind of like across the shoulders and a little bit across the chest, more for agility and speed than protection, but also to protect. The third individual outshines all of them in design. You can see a dwarf with stark black beard and hair, all kind of tied up in these braids that kind of curl up back behind their head in like this big old like bun, essentially, with the beard all wrapped up in one large braid with like smaller braids intertwined with it, all of it clasped with like platinum like clamps, basically, to like lock it all in place. Stepping down from their mount, you can see this dwarf wears long sleeves that kind of hang down about a foot from their arms and kind of like very open and flowy. But the rest of their accoutrement is just bright platinum armor. Most of it looks decorative, but all of it is etched with beautiful designs with like a deep blue etching in all of the armor plates, very intricately designed into all of it. What is the most obvious is the giant hammer that is emblazed on the front of their armor plate as they step down with a metal staff that they walk into the camp with. And you can hear people, calling and like shouting out to them as this individual steps up and moves directly towards you, Thulgrin, not even breaking like eye contact, moves straight towards you with intent and purpose.
If there's any sort of custom that I would know about, like as far as like this person, and like do they have like any sort of like ranking with the king and
like
stuff?
How do you greet a priest?
Yeah, if there's any sort of greeting that I should know.
I think a curtsy is in order.
Let me what are dwarves? You are the dwarf in this campaign, Thulgrin. How do dwarves greet each other?
The beard, their braids.
I think they come right up face to face and then reach around and each grab buttock, and it's like this.
I would say that it's probably very like Nordic in the sense of like there's
just
like an
I
actual
just
like
described.
forearm clasp.
The forearm clasp?
However, with this person being that, maybe like I don't know how far in a rank that somebody like that might be. It might be a kneel and put my hammer down on the ground type situation.
Yeah, I will say, just for the sake of for your knowledge, you would know the only person that you would have to give a lot of gravitas towards would be the king. All of the dwarves, regardless of rank, most of the time, with respect, greet each other with a, like you said, we'll go with your forearm thing. So there's no need to bow to this person. You just know that the forearm grab would be the most appropriate greeting for them. The only person you'd have to bow to is the king, because obviously dwarves kneel to quote unquote no one, but obviously the king is the only one. But anyhow, yeah, you can greet this individual who everyone is referring to as Nineveh, who is the individual who walks up to you. I'm assuming you extend a hand out?
Extend a hand out.
He responds in kind, reaches up, clasps your forearm, and shakes it firmly before releasing and nodding to you. As he looks you up and down.
So you're Thulgrin, son of Thulgrin, third of his name.
That I am.
I have heard many things about you, Thulgrin.
All good things, I hope.
Good and bad. But we will not let those stand in the way of process. Word has reached me that you have subdued the captain of this fort, who is in the former life known as Dempsey, a traitor to our people. I have something for you for this.
He kind of reaches out and he produces a small scroll and he hands it to you.
Thank you for this.
Of course.
What shall be done with Dempsey now that he's in your hands?
He kind of smiles and looks at you and then looks down at the note.
He is not in my hands.
And he kind of turns and sees Levy kind of standing there and walks over and begins to have a conversation with Levy, leaving you to stand there with the note in your hands.
I'm going to call the lads over.
Okay, yeah.
And open up the note.
Sure. Opening up the note, it is a edict from the king himself, the Lord of Stone.
No way.
It is a request for you to bring the traitor Dempsey, you and your group, and bring them. Interesting point to the note. It does call your group by name, United in Difference.
We're getting known.
Look at that, lads, we're getting known.
But it asks for you to bring Dempsey and any of his associates back to Hofkasinjun for them to be placed before the king for judgment. You got a road trip ahead of you to the City of Kings, and that is where we are going to leave tonight's session, with the party now personally invited to the halls of the Lord of Stone.
Ooh.
Well done, everyone. What a hodgepodge of a fight there. I loved every moment.
That was awesome.
I would say top tier thing about tonight was Glyph's quips. Every time I turned around, he was just
something to say.
Something to say.
Yeah.
Man.
That Will. He is.
He's actively laying in bed. He's inactively laying in bed.
I've been here for like 20 minutes. I went into the living room, so I was like, I'll sit on the couch while Kels finishes her homework. And she comes walking into the living room and she goes, I'm going to watch something on TV. I was like, So,
what I love about Will is that he is so dedicated that he wants to be a part of this, but every time he does virtual, the first thing he'll talk about is like, man, I can't pay attention when I'm virtual. I'm like, dude, it's because you do 8 other things while you play D&D.
I am fairly certain there was a point at which he left the room. He went and did a bunch of really intense arm workouts, like some curls, and then came back and he's like doing the whole like
crossing his arms,
just and like they're glowing red, because he has just pumped them up.
No, I did the Henry Cavill thing when I walked back in, and just like
Just fist pump both his fists. Well, we still thank you, Will, for participating, even though you had to take care of your little puppy. But
Don't ever do it again.
but until we all are together again, thank you guys so much for playing. Especially you, Matt. What a hell of a night for you. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see what happens next time on the Wild Magic School Bus. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to the Wild Magic School Bus. I hope you had as much fun listening as we do making this for you. You can catch new episodes each Monday on whatever podcast platform you use, and while you're there, leave us a review if you want. It actually helps us out a lot. We've got the socials too. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at WildMagicPod or on Reddit at r/WildMagicSchoolBus. Either way, stop by and say hello. We're always happy to meet new friends, and you may even get a shout out on the pod. See you next time.
We're just barking at Will at this point.
Yep, she was talking to you.
Oh my.
Oh man, I hope he cuts out like that for the rest of this show.
Wait, what? I cut out. Oh god, if I walk away from the screen, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or serious.
You wouldn't be able to tell if you were staring right at
Yeah,
him.
you look at Drew, you can't tell if he's serious or sarcastic.
That's true, and his face is covered by a mic anyway, so I really have no idea.
And a mustache. That hides secrets.
So I had a realization the other day. Jana trimmed up her bangs and said they were looking fresh. And I realized that bangs are just a forehead mustache.
That is not a sober thought, and I'm writing it down.
I was.
How high were you when you thought of that?
I don't know whether I was sober or not when I said that. Probably not.
What is
That
a
pretty much
unibrow
answers that question.
A unibrow is like a.
Like a goatee?
It's like a mustache for like the top third.
The goatee
the lower.
for eyes.
Wait, if the bang is a unibrow, the